I can't say. Shalin, I've a bon and no masem. Mama Bush Shalin, no masem. Emma Shalin, and you are pregnant for the first was Negamo, the dinner term, and a Bibiani and Chamu Bessia, please, Namoka. And now, when you the president grading command, Baba Becca, and I said, me today. Because my brother, sister, in a mamma course, so I'm reading, I'm said, dear Nelco say. A moon movie, I shut up. Quanutum. My amateur is where most as a moon such a would be. May mammy pen more. May a mammy pen more. May a mammy pen more. Now, quite say a team, obedient me better than Arjune. Yet do you want ye near Chindy? Yet ye want here and Toka Emma. But I am now going to legal way for no. A bimo, ya no be so much I say. Dear work, Mamma can I was away, no. I was away, we bibia, the obey na papa no. Kwasi afo when mo be fret legal way for be my depressed now. One more two mufia no do mo aba beka ho no. No my dey say, papa ne do mo nko. Baboni ne wom no. Na kwasi afo no bia yi, no mo de akwa life. Na no mo ka wo ho asem wa akire. Mama nka asem njo. Sister na wo ka say, na layi, bibia wona ande akwa ne no asem aba beto eh. Mama nka asem njo. Ma kan several times. Me pobi na kasa. Me pobi na kasa. Na no brother nyam mama but you say the bia me kai say asma me kan bia. Your voice is unique. Thank you. Asma bia me kan no e be me be se me ka ana times me be se me ka say mama ayo bia. But why am I this say mo ye kodie wo for evil forest for e wi mo tumfo ne no mo hia wo sa eboyi mu ana my am I this say mo do obi be bia no mo be ka nipa no ho asem. Mo adu obi be ye bia mo be kan mo ye beifo ene ani mo hia wo TikTok a mo bebre ya beifo wi mo tumfo ne ani mo hia wo evil forest a ena mo bia wo mo bi akante wo ha wo dwan ya kan se hwan lion hwan ne jata no hwan nyina gu ha mo nyina sa na mote ye me baby a tie mete baby ekwofo di akra yatam ana akra na asme me life man o me wa no pa me cho se me mo why see me too me ana makatam se me po na I don't want to disrespect Yabano. Me me disrespect Yenuano. But me so se me po bi na di nkoma ana se me po bia ye I don't want to say bia me ne kasa tia na se bu why hwan why mama akosia se wa ba aye nyina ye mama ba me give you respect say ye mama ba no but apart from that no when any party say ye will be able to na kasa e man the president bi na bia when na kasa no bebo other president why ye ba ye nua ketua e de ba biem me nua no go o me nua no hwe wo mo ha say ya me nua e panyini do di me machi am say ni age kwa ne Kevin ye mama akosia ne ba Kevin do di me machi o ansa na three boys e di machi o mo e wo mo okrom ha the woman to say the wo Kevin ye mama me e say me nua no me nua de me ba problem e ti say no mo kasa wo me ye hwan me nua no kra it's a dot na wo me ana for me from say me no me kasa na ever from me ana hey na wo na kwa na ko kasa e no ba be kasa adai esa na kwa se me ba no na bia ana won o ma me ya me from born in me ntwa so na anya ma ka se ma beti e ba no o me brother ya che ene asuma be boy ene num asuma be boy ene nkrofo bi ato ache nkrofo bi ato ahye akra no ene de me na me ma platform so a me pate se yenya ye ba no na waye do be ye nyina awie yenya ne ho abotre na nkwani bu okwam wanhwe ye obu okwam onwe obetumi afaduro na wanom krampo awu because e bi atete na wakoso na e wo social media no akwa ne so mpesa enti yenya ne hawo no mo sa de me mesema kosi ba bi ena mo ka ho asema mamalu menya bodin ana wo ka me ho asem papa na me ye ne de ade na mo na mo life to say ya. Ada na mo asema no me beka ye. Me say asema no me ka me say ka say me iswa ya maame bi. Ya kwa ye kunafo ya ayi coffee ebe yi kunafo yi. Ya hyehyɛ niema de command fe. Me come here and say oh. Tim legal wife for ye Yankopɔ adwuma. Na ye me Awurade. I know the one for papa na me ka wa ha no. One for papa na me ka wa ha no. Dia me ka ya me bo akran nanu asem sa akran se nya life no. Wo what afa no na wo di bedi me matam. Papa na me na aye no. I know the one ka. Se bia iso ya oh my say. Wo mo ya dia no de mo wo nya me fa mba ne nkyene. Me nya no mu gu o. Se me po bi ne na kasa. Ana na me ka so mo nche o. Ya ma me me mama why na ayi e wan dem kwa be o ma che me nwan no mu gu ayi anyo mo dia no mo nyina na ti kwa me nwan so to ma ko invest e bi o mu school a wo mo otete to mo office me nwan ma ko invest o mo tete o mo office e dia ani akosua se wa ye do no mu ade nyina ye do ma me akosua se wa do no mu ade nyina ade bi e wonu mu bia ye do enti ne the love e wo ma ye ma me enwe bi ne wo ma ye nwan no enti ye no kwakasa na de na aba papa na wo na make beka we no de mo fa no nya life I know de mo fa nya life enka so enkofo be do ma ya de no mo ye nyame adwuma mo nyame be busam se de mo nyuma sitie it's why your brother ni wie oh ye dey entrance so the reason abampo me wo kwa be pama to se me nye be ma no na ayi acheche matche me ono kwa se me mna ono na se me mna life anka bia no kwa no ka me mna ma no but me see edi me matam ono se me mna fa what ye the record akwa papa
ma me na ho te say
onyankopon adomate ni na hu mobro yetim kwama yetim asofo Awurade wonu so mo be so mo jeje me
ade de na si
piso nim se papa ye ni wie matumfo na enya for the wolfo evil forest for ama man kama asemfo enkrofo mo eje wo mo asetena mu
oba wa
me bra ne kwaba eje wa ewo mo asetena mu e na mo de te apiso wo ye papa de mo nkan sakasa bebre wo enfonso mpem me kwa menya hwe menya me adwuma e na me ne nwa so ya ye be ye na nwa ye nya me adwuma e na be ye enso no papa na ewom na ye se na do mo nka eja akwa ba bi nwate
samo
me da se so aba
right
na me sure ma me sure nya okese
samo
papa ye twensa frewa na ye bedi nkomo timiga wife fo so mo hia ho ama ne me bu no apense mu e de amaye because ebi mo I worried e wo ne me bi e na bi mo so ntia so mo ti ase do mo ti ase nanso no wo hoi de a woni mu an otu bi de wo se etu ensa de fro we ne de no obo kwan so e na ebedi nkomo na me ba to wo ya nam up isu a yen go straight to the point ya nam up isu a na ekohu se eya baba we ya wo ha ye maame a ye nware na wono no se ya ware no Sebi.
But you like a video, ni mama. Why?
One side check for ya. One the obi at the end, one no. And Facebook, there is a guy be a friend is a Vincent who said, "Yeah, and the name may be a baby good one. Yes, but if you want it, I baby. I be good one more. I have ya or prega eka sama for no. Ni ababa way a day to bet ye different. Was why a board director a mother lumba. Na dano kwada lumba tim no crampon and yana dia. Tese and some will be me a short one was that. Some fan to me bia wa read and I won't know.
Yeah, me sa post.
Edini sa enkofo ya ye no omwanyan. Sa enkofo ya side check association fo ya ye no omwanyan. One more say then dey bia no omokofa ne ma but to prove a point. To prove a point. Esa de omoka no Ghana fo nyintum. And I say there be ye bebo upno mo. Ye bebo upno mo. No ba be henya niema mu. Acheche niema mu apense niema mu amati miga wife for yati ase ti papa enye no nkura eniema akosumienu bi a wankasa wonim se akwa ho bia no ene ye be pense ne nyina mu nti no pacho kosuma me
Right. Mama, me da se. Me chia mu nua my man nyina obi a mpani ne nkoda. Me chia obi bia. The last time I ba na me ka say as long as you're running a democratic system, sir, a war freedom of expressions and speech na dia de no. Nothing stops obi bia or kwan say or person or canabia na so expressing on bibia ntia no. Nti me ba bia nipa bia ya de bia emra ontieti amra bia so no. Oto nsa frame a I will go there. So my idea say and say because of system no na yeti nipa na build democracy systems rule of law na name because na nipa bi aka ho bom say I mean aka team legal wise na mo say montias na mo be pursue to know say the day na justice will be served. So and mabaha bia medam wase my idea ye hwemo pa the to be one say in baby a camera crowd court on yeah technicalities and I will play aside with the law. Penisa Bobby be wow pre. Ena we are seeing ways. I'm saying Obi Bonyo, I'm so Obi Bonyo.
I know. Sorry.
Right. Inti Sawasha case biaba ye will court of public opinion. Obia person can be biwa bonten na to prove a point. Inti Sawasha case ye farmer me akosia se wa ho free Kumasi High Court, ikusi Accra High Court. Na young comrade, one obia when interest and nothing stops obia say up one interest. But the fact is that at the end of the day, exhibit and say evidence is public no. Now hona you be to suduso na obia no what be critical analysis and no the baby who said baby who jine wo kako baby nyansa wa na say wo kako baby no atro because anyone be no ye kan wasem. For me, from day one, na say mo min kabi chire no aye tena se ye hwe adanse ye gu abonten no ne hu ase nipa bi edin se bi wada na se ya kan se bi ama atro ene no kure ya ye pe that's why ye buy mu say you know ye ba be kan se bi nanso manfo mu ye stand so sawhwa abrantie no a wo kan se your friend Vincent ni post no ye no a am say bani se utwatro ma safo ya woda abonten and no am say ti abrantie no another platform trying to justify I mean the point no what they better want but when say adwemmoni ba kura tirimu a woton o share asem court Kumasi High Court based on evidence a public lawyers never can yet and for witness by in fact there's an interview craft from Asempa FM be man no court wa your friend akwa no kwafo why de kwame bedi akono se won de kudi adanse se yen papa ana yen nua kwadwofo su cha that lumba oye oba bi a friend Priscilla Fosu aka Otobro ni ho ade 2010 where no ade e court of public opinion and after a court of records and no it is so you be na say wonye shallow na say unni intend to be a diabolic person who you be say wodwen se court won be catch say ye nua ba ne ye ware ne 2010 na say ye better sorry now one way interest in the same camp about wanted the document about 12 wanting to prove a point to say maybe some estate and some properties be in obidim into one more document about 12 wanting as a document in mono a better say document no nipa ne ye twere no yes no you married 2010 you mo ko document where yes 2014 document no was ya apply no 2014 I mean atwetwe aso na eno no ye man kwan nipa ne kwan so no na justify na so me convince never obia wa critically ya be twere asem na wo de beto ne ahwe presidents this year no eye den na normally me nua ne mema bo abibisa wo wiase ba bia wo fill form na wo tru ba bi ne atwe say married or single and I say one warrior I mean nyansani be no bekwa kwatre say ba bia atwe say a marital status so you're single you're married or divorced now unim se waware now kwatre single but be possible sir nyansani be na wiase ba bia wo fill form it doesn't inform on Ghana na wo fill form ni atwe marital status yes now say minim se waware ba me kwatre single it doesn't make sense. So it has to say, Atrobi and Pediye, Emma system, a supporting woman. Now you use the media change the narrative to persecute and to execute a certain mission. And Kofobi one day, a day and Okremba one thing kakra. So point and say, Berman or this idea better or Chere, you may be a friend on whatever multimedia. I know your friend DLFM. Or more say, one of the directors in the DD, Priscilla Fosu, we might not know, say, it might be say the same person, a friend Otobro ni no na. First of all, Otobro ni no court no. Okokacha se waware. It is a waware 2010, yeah. All the documents be about free 2010, baby, as I said, document, marital status, yet married. So, under the Registrar General Certificate, and I said, registration, or medical card, but 12 was it 2014? I'm feeling our form, and yet then done is single. Now it tells you, say, there's a lot of concocted stories around. Why yet, say, anybody be study Ghana for most of them, no, I mean, some of them cannot, they don't do investigate, they just make judgment. And the jet faculty only few when you bit my critical, picky, intelligent. They don't want they just go by the way. Because so already deals then you court one when the court to go this dance here. Afi, Oko share the same certificate from the Registrar General now or the better one dinner. One say, you have a friend or two no. You want April, I'm a certain date, April 1988. Now, according to research at Wall Street, this is such as we enter for. Now, a lot of people are also saying, say, Nimia ba kwa friend at so date of birth, the same April 1991. So, all tracking 1988 to 1991, and you pronounce your friend at Tabana. So, Obiko for April 1988, there's no way so bet me arrive on the day of Tuesday. Unless say, Bia or Akodano, your own hospital will be balancing. And I say, you're feeling it in Kratano and I'll be a BC. Because South shares the same April 1991 Saturday no, it's Tuesday. And the Ayadana, Sakratano, you did prove point to say, Yemia Bano, one of the directors. Because
it's Friday, 1988,
it's Friday, yes, or no by fear, but meanwhile, you see the pants of Yabana.
Abana, yeah, Benada.
So, question here bizarre, without any provocations, without any malice, but the intent to achieve a certain aim, say we want to prove a point by speaking the truth to power. And they say, and yet then in Nippon, the date of birth from 1991 to 1988. Now, when they make it that, I mean, topographical mistake, and I say that 1 year, sir. Now, at what point, and I say, 1988, nana. Now, if we are say a global stage in the world, and you will be our classmate. Now, people are talking on our internet and say, oh, when you are bear man, you are 1998. So, where you have a contest that we are challenging them, say, they should prove, says, oh, yeah, 1998 or 1991. Now, it's the bond is their contention for them to prove. And yes, I hear to say, Obi, I must some date of birth for her say, which Obi and me see on quite say, young challenge the court to and I say any other person say, and cophobia person or for be a chidi running. Because Oko share company my friend DLFM1. Now we have seen a movie one and you probably could Calvin Schindler or something, and then Pesla Fosu, and then the owner here, Charles Fosu. So Sabrian, you're sitting upon a single, no a businesswoman. Now, I then any pan businesswoman or yen was I done a single today, Sandy Panuan Casa watching knows why a married person. A dear business as I pan way. And then again Sabrian 2014, and not Calvin, Lumba Pano, not old age say. I mean, these are critical questions that you need to be solved. No, if you say no. So, Otrans, I won't say, your man, your friend in Ghana, no. I question, we need house number, we need classmate. Everything, be possible, say, you bet me a concord to store near Isu Media, no, near Persiu. Now you are, yes, will be uncle on the tomb. So, Salkes, ya, in Yanayano, say, no, crepa, say, Carton about to be on one Cassana social media euphoria, on one editing, even not at all. And there's a legitimate document from the Registrar General showing one way directors in the company, so register company from A, from B, from C. And that's what Modiba to Hodia. And you're not then. Court one, Obi Koha, Ango Kano Cray. Obi Koha to Kokako, Ango Kano Cray, because me try to be your friend investigation.
And the dinner so I want to somebody didn't know Presla. Or for instead of Ofosuno, or
that's right. So I want to cry it. Or let me a challenge you say, now, I want to be one say, I didn't we nanny, you say, yeah, you call at this stage, and say, now, when there's a traditional marriage, once a traditional marriage, and in your force over pick a so now they are playing a smart game. I will say, okay, say, I don't know, dinner, so fair enough, they can justify that, say, and only by choice, by documentary. Sebe mana bibia kate bia babontia. Sa lady need you also say a friend of Presla Ofosu. See, so because of say a traditional marriage, you know, once court na certify no bem obane pan obefa be mani na be mani pan obefa ndi bia to so. So but emremo no baby and why I say your force will be for be mani di can wodi on. So point is say now we are using the date, you know, see and legal proceedings are dates matter, name matter because you can't have two names or two dates. So Ghana phone comedy or Mudia, we want them to come and challenge us or to prove us wrong when they say, "Yen me about you will date because me try some if we pay court records or court no." And you're so ridiculous, so interesting. Say, I mean, court worker lawyers in be a court catch them say, as of those time, you will say you penny date of birth for Crown. I think say yes, say judge, you know, I say the date of birth for the so I think that we must pursue this case to know, say, you me ban and the date of birth for the baby because you can't hide it. You can't hide.
There are a lot of people when they and them and the Kwamboko students, they will know his date.
That's right. And in the date of birth here because we'll be a public figure now. Or a public figure because we'll be our legend. So Ubisasa person when the date of birth and Tiamran and Semra, the only thing is say for them to come and prove, say your date of birth ni. And yes, you see the suspicion out there, no, yeah, to say. And you probably okuta 2 date of birth, and it doesn't make sense. And 2, ya court, I could dear dance here. Am I be a betiabas what the agit of I said a chocolate on aquapano for why dear. So, son, Beman catches the judge in this way, I dear say, what dear dance you pim. So a cobanas are now quest a society, no, yet the bullying, emotions, at the Katakataniamaso. So, and young one say, or mine it to know, or mutemu panning the idea of us all getting Hokrana, who is oh, yeah, we are bad because more more legal wife, more to me, more person who criminal. I think that when you're more a lot of enemies are who celebrate, but gradual process, every target we are Mahitibiano, I hit the Panama Nipano, or about one Jabek ready also in the side of the story. Also, about to say, now, and you probably break about when it comes to your systems, are you pretty? Because acquire who you know, find a way to do whatever you want and later be justified. So, if you hear me, your mammy, only per piano or 20 year power, but yes, say, catch them 2010, no worry. But 2014, require me the documents about you, yes, me a single. At the same time, date of birth, yes, we me about or no need Atano, 1991 now, or Bano, or Nina about the same day, no, 1988. Can you imagine this? It doesn't make sense. Eti, mommy, as some way, until somebody yano, Obia, one of our first church him. And no guy, it was so funny. It was so funny. Say, now they want to do analysis of the for crown. I some crowd blue and with Mr. Someone Krata. And I'm so wow. Timothy and no one guy be over peace FM or your friend, I could see a body or so. So I could say what you say now, I do my own moment check down for now. The guy no justification is say, Sabrocheni Quabro, so which means. Yen say yen you banning and lawyers echo court kuchano. Based on guy one or claim to be a lawyer and then we're part of that party no. So I say yen to me based on analysis of we no yen pami say obi to be kwabru chiri no assassin in krata. So yen to me say yen you ban so ba court no obi twa to chere court wana. I went to your wise I was Sunday man. Any further question, mommy?
Anna me bacho ya tete nse mi say trust will almost that lumba nya will I free high court aba but ababa when call for say that lumba ye trust will no me bacho won't see us here and say
well you see didn't answer about the same case you saw se mamia ko sia se wa eco court na osako appeal no prove ne marriage certificate no prove say we legal wife. There's nothing called trust well. Now, in order for Obi to achieve this aim, they say the same thing happened with Kumasi High Court. Say Yemfa Kwabias and Yen Lebu, traditional wife. Said Yebeya. Now the man will have the absolute control over the properties. I know the course. So
no, I'm go for that lumba besi one no man. The video see one no more. And I'm go for AI. So we more. That's the ordinance one. What made it really to me the chair will be.
Dabi. Until I make us say on some Amia Cosia say, appeal court of appeal. Now kwase the decision from the High Court to free her. Said the engineer need to say, our dear or what ye brunia what ye. None so technicalities because so High Court. Oh, must say. Now my marriage certificate the engineer need to be. Kodofo si engineer who videos are with Germany. Now worry. Now we are see a global stage. Now Ghana cry ye marriage certificate ye and son sense so cry Germany ni ejitum. Now and ye say ye use technicalities be who you know be into yan into mono. Some minute to be called no prove the case. No proof ni case ya. There's nothing called opi lumbati and me ya will be a one of no some amino and just an unfair. Now the court, my minute to me a court on what work with baby. Now problem they say said in the beginning I you know. See the moment I bet me and 2 minutes in Adiama Lumba no and nuna or bet me a castle lumba bet me at the Japadiama and Pabia ope. But say our dear woman and son a lumbe free moi, ought to be for the Japadia mobia ope. Ought to be for the Japadia mobia ope. City, Ghana home. Ya, my being say, ya perceive ye Brunia Bian, ye but a quaint Bruni fast one Bian, you perceive ye begin Maranoso. So no be waro, customary and I say, ordinance marriage. Brunin say, you after marriage and I say, before marriage and after marriage properties. Sabra Mamia Cosia one lumba warrior. A Japanese ye piano. No say my minute to me prove extra kwanya said ye nyina ye tu ase wono kra na ye obi a wo lumba no lumba ntimi mfa na japade en ko chene wo fa ase ontimi nche na japade man wo fa ase everything will be 50-50 under the ordinance marriage under ordinance marriage only be maybe aware now why na japade before after the marriage before marriage eno de enye 50-50 asem demom after the marriage moye properties are now, so when you will not osisiu, you can go to court and the court can overturn the will. Unless a society you bully nipa na you sumra and destroy a system and if you make but no civilized judge will allow oba when it be my bread tin ton time say be man your will no for the job at the uncoche embra oba ni fair share the court or your friend fair share so when your fair share the court, you can go to court and prove it, and the court will overturn the will. Period. Let no one deceive you. Now, that is Luba case, a very national case, and I say, I mean, international case. So, I am something you must say, and then I will discuss Lumba, and then I won't Lumba said that he cannot say because obey any man the Fanny Pound. Now, what the evidence you did, you quote your man saying, you who say, Germany. That's right. Now, Germany, video yani group man say you say Lumba then Sasha Brunia what you friend ordinance marriage. As of today, you are challenging the system, say so almost in a Lumba or marriage ordinance marriage.
Papa, me boy, was your for Monshare more be a metie be Mr. Mutin legal wife before. Your doors to see say the Akanaway 2.6. The Akaway. I am called for a Monshare more winner no mumbetie why. Omumetie why one mammy a winner why Munshama will be a Shama will be a 10 reposting share repost power tap share repost power tap and I'm famous film or I'm for my child Papa I'm sure to us mammy
right so that young to Sophia say based on evidence I call ya obi a queen internet and so obi a be Selumba or whatever one ware Ghana or ware Germany young ware customary marriage or your ware ordinance marriage. One wife, one husband. So today, every document saying, and yes, it's here, pen and your person is nipa. Lumba sitting in Ghana, in Germany or in Ghana. Lumba, or you say, or no, or also a single person, or you or Ghana say as a married person. And two, you repeat this as I say. Separation and divorce and your pair. Separation is different from divorce. So you can do your arguments as a Lumba, what then you separate or whatever, and any justification be. Now, Salumba and you worry Brunia, what dear friend, ordinance marriage, dear. Nasa, Mamia Cosia say, when I dance here, you naturally say, well, you're the backbone to the man. Now, Lumba, our Konya saying also. It is our free one. Nasa, well, we are not Japadi, want to be found command or baby, I want to know, want to be your sadia. Nemo, now, Coco share, Ghana Mrana, your friend, probation law, and I said, administrative estate 1961 at 6-3. Any power or authority will look better padia so the surviving wife. A young ere. Now, a young man for say, I don't know, I'm going to apply for letters of administration. The attorney said, Mamia Kosia say one point the authority, so let me apply for letter of administration.
Yeah, thank you.
Mamia Kosia say one point. Obia bet me for Ghana, under the administration of estate 1961 access trainer, a wife, a survivor, and I said widow, or no one bet me apply for a day letters of administration for the deceased estate. Secondly, the attorney said, the entire Mamia Kosia say one coin now bet me apply and say because of someone or a surviving widow. Now, after Ushama, as I said, when you're more than 18 years. Mamia Kosia say one man, but some or my baby and Sanambua. Now, on no one bet me didn't man, I file for
everything. Hi, are you okay?
Now,
You can say it's TNT, I mean, Kasaya, and why?
I gonna fully be nima, almost to I am piano. And they say, Obe applied by or no, ne mammy, you know, and I feel a Busiana Bako. It is our shot. Mamia Kosia, one lawyer is so smart. Because of say, decision of high court on you to quickly also file for letters of administration. Study by now, Bobby in charge. No matter to
Missy lawyer Kusino, why are you? Why are the pa as a moon? Why are the papa? Lawyer.
I speak and I say coordinate the Nikuno with free one like a party. Send your baya, a Japadian bet me a Magusian in Asubia. Now, all common, also, or no, a dignity, or not then a map me, no, Edward Muka son and brother requested. Let me have a clear friend of Dobro, on to me in court, so letters of administration, on to me, yes, Adian. The want to me and say, one, Nema any 18 years, want to be called.
Jesus!
You have been 18 years of getting up.
I was your phone, my patrol. Baby, I will say, your life, a tiniga wife will be more your life. Every say, yes, baby, now or you or cookies to your brother. More catch on some moment, your mamma, Miasem, or Momela. The Pawa, baby, a Pawa, I see more. Since screw recorder, when you be PM. When you be ready, Momela, the moment you must myself. Now, more corner a muano. Young from Bunny. Morena said, so could you wolf for say one more canamo so smart from explanation, the Amawomo. Papa, a goom.
So, they say, Mamia Kosia say one quantity the only person as of today, I'll bet me apply for letters of administration, including the mommy, you know, and after Busiani Bako. Now, say, under Ghana, the administrative act as assistant.
Hey, Johnson. Miami Johnson,
and now you bet me a cook say, Nemanqua.
Watch or yes,
and
I mean,
Marshall, and the Becobia extended family. But today, there is a surviving widow, which is a Kosia Sewa. Secondly, Osa Nema, I said 18 years. Nemana said 18 years.
Josephine,
I remember as some now funny cry. I mean, just so let us want to say, and Obama, what who say, Ukunu, where the Japadi and the Japadi. Now, what who say, ni money, no one will be now. You become the center of the boat. Said the Baya, you coordinate it. Now, what is Ukunechi? 80.
Oh, I know quite a lawyer being quite the catch. Yes, I walk a lawyer be a church more. That's a TV station.
Beyond 18 years. 80. So, yeah. There's a conversation when you're interested.
Oh, yeah, there's one some boy YouTube, Facebook, yeah, about
24.
Yes, so no can say when you're interested. Now, me, I can suspect to say any per se and Kayam for Kwabisuna another set of that loom about Nayan activity at 63. Now, young Koya said, Kanko ever be joining, say, Omuno, and Prima Mamma, because one can letters for the street, but any possible. Because also Lumbano were different areas. So maybe tell me, study case, who say, can you probably see joining hands to another group? Now, they use woman to challenge Omama. That was the plan. But they just say, a bit on achieve our aim. So Mamia Kosia say one kwan obi obetimi apply for Sadia because of sending ma or ma 1, 2, 3. Some yellow free mobile free mo still or grounds to hold the letters of administration from the High Court. Afe, Ediantina nipa bi ani abre say young person equals a young form in stage. And because of a Japanese India. And to say, I am to say, no, Yama or Mumia no, I person or Yayiri. That's right. The wife Nanka Sabe Pre a yellow. That's right. We don't know. So, I mean, what to be say, Mamma Cosia say, one or be pre Japanese. Now, after life, a dear Naka, the other party, the candy patch, you put what the Naka, the party. Now, Sabi, but this is the idea one or the other, the commodano. Correct. You don't know, yes, I'm on your own. In as much as I said, interest. Now, take crusade for partner. Yeah,
I mean, not some of you.
I need to say, I didn't minded. No. Cecilia Busao say, Quadro for Swabra or boy, you know. And what do you know Yabe, the properties are one who defend Yabe, who's an Japan or ye, a Yabe. Stakwadofo so adapade wo ye no mo no a che ana ono bi na ye dia adentina sesia na abeka chem say oba bi obefa sesia no in charge of the properties. How says all this? Thank you. How? Thank you. Now edana wo ba ye no papa tantra here no ba na si ho east le no ba na si ene ye de wono no kwatem enti no oba papa no kwa bla bo no wo na japade nyina ebede wo aba baji because Ghana law ne che say wo ba na se papa no wo na real want me enka say ana wo na japade a want me make say wo ye yire wo ne na wontu ba ba tie firi nsem na that way any possible cry anybody a one say I did not say any people interest war in some near cosum. Because of say, I mean, favoritism. Yenya Bana or Niluba way and Wawon and currency and is in other sense, logically, Untimin Casse, on Koran and Kodamont, Minus will be a prabinasa, Bian Wabinasa. But the fact is, the fact is, or no be a woman and son and in Sian interest, yet you will be a job at Yadiaman, there be. A young Kodan, the bit me inherit to Omo Papa Japadi, and then when you're here, and you're gone in a Koi. No. Anyhow. They are using a strategy to change the narrative and it seems like you be what the other side, you sue the media to change the narrative to set confusion. Said you bear now, they can get the public sympathy. And until every day, this as some course to woman that one thing, I do a woman that one thing, Lumber Fias no, on Satora, Utia, Ubona, assembly or Lumber Fia, Pia one thing, one of the Pia one thing. Ababa, I'm passing your respected that the Lumba, Mimitia Lumba, the fears of one cramming. Moamuka say, Ubiano Kuta Lumba fears of war. For example, to send Nakata, a better internet, say, and Yenny Pabby a bed. Your papa when you know what free money. And you didn't cut on about one thing. And then you who say, Selumba Crano, board of directors about this company. One would in Eden, you who ye. And you need to be a wolf your neighbor say, a criticize and I thought I know that more can one way protect the Lumba dignity and integrity. I think say, Tim legal wife and Mamia Kosia say, why you are here to protect Lumba at all time. I'm saying you couldn't master the board. Now, Obimra no me prove say. Well, who a bibia mamia kosia say we can lumba masa mo wonten krada. Now, that things that your mamma no e man yes ade say me ko tie lumba nyombe. Ayi made in Ghana. And you know me start made in Ghana. Or ayi I'll say search anybody to mo fine. E be baba me mama wa na. Ayi made in Ghana. Bona me baba fo tie nyombe na me tie mo mamia kosia say nipa wai.
Me ba so anyum ni bam dia ye be man akofom wai.
Yes. Odo ye nsi odo yankanta. My dear, your boss said, "You won't give me my baby." Yes, I know. Yes,
we have program come out of one.
Never show me, but for me, so me. Say what you say, you now, Tia, Nasa Yasika, Lumba, or Nana 7 years, Bedusudia, and your Nama Miako says, why you Bianca, or I said the Bianca, you call your worship was a man, as you call worship. I say worship. You say, or say, Utia, what you for so kind of person. Such a new bar or what he does, he will name me on from me, some carbon tender. I was I.
But I'm more like video ni mama why?
So the moment I know muntie was saying so on fa no masam enkwa bontenda.
Eba melo nyom ne ka.
Mention me boo. I'm more your commercial.
Oh, I'm saying TikTok rabbit mo bon TikTok. Only phone bon TikTok ra.
Let me use one phone.
Oh, okay.
Me mama wana. I am ready. Me mama dia.
Bomba me.
Okay.
Aba.
Okay.
If I cho enyum ni nti no mama ye ni nkomo kakra. Ohun se mama akosua se wa omo nsem ye kosu. Ye bompa ye se ne api na wakono ne ma opibia ne nsabeka because ono ankasa ne sweat what you say. Enye ize obi anim se mama na boa lumba pa. Ena obi mfifire nso de obi ni. Me sure say apart from mama no eniema or listi ye nyina say oni lumba na ye beto social media ne so no. Minim se odobroni Princella atabna. As I say go dom so oni atabna wode. Za ta kosi osede. What you say minim se ye yi sa na ma ni firma lumba wonwapade bebre. Ebi ko wo prot bi ni eden bi a maami akosu akora wonim ye wo atabna wonim sa na ma no so what you say. Enti no menti na se ase chinchina de lumba ne maame na ye no na ase opese woje nani wom nani bele no so opese woje unsa wodwe ho a wonte ase obi fi friends de ye ni o biko krom a ye bre papa ye brankasa meyi nansem se ba musa me ko Ghana for good na me kunzo yale won uko Ghana ho na behwe nkwala no me se me de nkwala ni nyina ko Ghana biko me ankasa mitum se ase mabele krom ha sei just a no life adwuma to fie no akofa ma free school enye se bia wo na bia beka se wo pie kakra bi pie ne kura papa bei awo bre hu na ye bibia ma wakobi awo bre obi nye bibia ma wo nkobi so enti kroma yete no life o no adwuma to fie akofa ma free school na no ma ebi wa ukunu kura mi kunu kwa adwuma obedu fie obefree fie be anopa basis ansa na obekwa akwa na adwuma ba ko bi ansa na wabafie kakra ansa na wasan akọ eno no obedu fie be 8 wacha ebi wa wabafie ntem na 7 meni nkolai me kofo mu fi school meni nkolai na bedi nkomo saa na omu ye dede na metietem no life e okuro mu a mo me hwe ase waba mo me ntie
Me. I did do. Sorry.
Yeah, tie me.
Therefore, so bla was it
Yeah, tie na yen kire west nim so ho. Eti ba bia wo gina no ano.
ti afi na be kire west
Second first best one ano. Ko wachi na ebo. Yeah, tie me.
Mempese we mbebam YouTube lose nti someone enti enye easy so what you say na eno no ubebla na obi si ai wakohwe yalefo na lumba yale no ko Ghana no kohwe no nti no edwapade ama amene ni lumba aye no eno na nani wo mo pese unsa wodwe ho a wonte ase wodwe ho emekis wonte ase yankasa na yalefo bebrebe egu Ghana yatabna adenti na wankofa yalefo na egu Ghana ni bi omo ni kapre ni bi antena omo unse lumba wodin unse lumba wone so ni de lumba woska. Please can you close the door for me papa to door ni mame sawon ni nyina unhu ye ena kwala ketekete sata omo so wo 14 say ai u picture ipie video ipie ye wugina ho mobomo wo bi a nufu okura ni ubusu nufu nkitenkete anka adwoa bi na sisi so anka esese ya mpase satam ni pa lumba close the door please ya mpase satam ni pa lumba no one akure na tia na nka ese police cheno na nka ese police cheno papa mumi entie ebi anu wabowi onwie ye wa ogusu kire nwum Nanka ese police yede. Echi no. Se won. Enye easy ankasa. Enye easy. Ose God will judge all of us. Enya me do be judge ye pa me do fupa. Because obi fifre de yeni. Mami ne ho kra ye mmobo. Oko Ghana wontumi nkoni fie. Enya kempon na beje na tena ne fie a. Enti nka mami pa he. Wiase mompa wutumi wale be ma bi na fe be ma na beda ne wu bi o. Mumi afa kesi ntu ya ho fopa o. Ye eti abroche na ye ne ekunu no mote no. Unu kunu asifie a me pa chawo. Na uni ni din na da so a mesrewa. Ko dada no na munko change na munfa wone ne ma omadi nto so no kura pa na meka no yini din firi so na yi unsu din firi so na fa omadi nto so echira nko ubehu a no akwa ube 6 7 no de ne ba be kan wo sa e makwo enti ni din wo mu bi nti no na dwapade yi obi maka hu da bi obi ma no nya o ayi enye oba sa oba no enene papa ne bre ye wo ti mumi afanya futuo papa nka ne ye wa brochire no mumi afanya futuo na case we etese yade a wo so obi ani da ho enti mi hu abrochire fu bi a wo mu support atabna mitumi hwe wo mu saa me se sempo wo de mumi afa ne se empo se ma me ne lumba mpo jaya mumi enti se bia wa wie wai mumi enti
There was a bond which says my ministry kwadwo ka chese mo nyini mada it won ninse ne yakase obi no obi ninse ase akire sei mo am yesantefo no
Oh, rawo.
mo ti ase sei
Rawo.
eti mami akoso ase wa no ne quietness it was a mission it was a jina bibi so it is a ne wa film na say wonu ntene nka wonim no a na wonti lumbas na wo de to bosi twimi ya na obeti no odi twi ubu mu nti no o ke kan wonso ma bi ebe so dwene ho kwa kire dwene ho ye sabra ni na no mo bobra wo abrabo no mo boy no woni ni mienu na na ebo
o se mami ekosia is greedy oh me do fopa everything and trosa what
so ko mu property e hu se so mu so no bi
uni me do fo minim se bia we a side chick
so
so uni bra ye bra wa bro chire ha wa
because anyu na wutie no ebi crowd some of them no a omo ye che I made you Ghana you ebi crowd nyini chen et wo no obi na yes ajapade no ebra no obi ayi na ma no swan na chire na tie wo se oba bia ye friend akoso ase wa me bro ni dia me mfa no ni agro se chire ni ba oti odo ase
Ntimete sukon Ishata sa BP my papa take akama ntimete sukon se de
okay nti uda mumi ani nkomo mo bo mo nyum ne nso ye che ya adwen kakra sama nti everything onye greedy what you say maame no wabre ude hwese minim so ye team side check it's okay me dem had you ubetumi aba ye be che ya adwen but the American utie sister wona wawale na hwese ne lumba no ositie opema maame kra no obi oben o mo pa frame ese maame akosua sewa ema ni nwia asasem we kwa Ashante kwimpo akanda sata malumba ba Ghana foforo no omu yese onu betena Ghana na onu so ahwenkwala na lumba ba ye no maame akosua ma ni nwia baako eba akra betena lumba nchen ya no waye dey na onu na hwe no yesi lumba ne maame akosua nwia ne daaye nesa wudie ade ese tokuro mu bia skirt mu bia obedi no ye papa mpacha o me wo life mesrew so won ade ese tokuro mu bia obedi wo ye die nipa yesi maami na mfofo wo Germany nyina wo di wo mu nyina maami koka na da ne asem obodo ni kunu opie nso ba bekasa yanka yeya yenso ye bede ye bekasa maami igulumba ni mu ase mumi entie bia no waba
Now, but tell us, and it is I yin sing on. Nebusa say, a cassia yin, a cobusan, and I say, a dear some your friend yin senon. Nana Lumba, a dear nurse Cynthia was say, Nabusa for Inama, Nayoko for Inama. Now, why a dear nurse?
There be me dofu. Sir, and yes, sir.
Sabra, no water.
Me bo, and yes, sir, be a omone ne kokusa and tokwasa broche de yanku. A broche down say yanku see a watcher dear. By Ubertino or Cody way. Nanny woman on it lumba netino or Cody or be our Yama, Menegia, Colana Reno. Mamma na de pa, mumi enka kre. Bemo pema sitne ya papa.
Get ready. You will pay the price.
Oda wo twempra kra na bema ne pema elba.
Because someone make us an interest a justification for bullying.
Oh matime dofo matime.
Unya side take. Naturally, when you cause to say one Kenyan say, my meaning deserted the crew for 17 years. Now we know. Ah, now they should bring Lumba. Nianko printing a phone conversation. Near us be on in the Nankasada. What now you know? You no one you say at the Yan internet is you have to say, and one Lumba formation be the internet as well. I don't know, print my Miyako says one in you for so aka 17 years deserted, you know, a conversation with one Montenegro. They should do that.
Mami ko ompli lumba gafadie nyina. E ono ne de na wo
the systems no ever say ye the same mini case and ntina enipa bi working strategically no use technicality bia said ye be ya case no on say Ghana no justice delay justice denied sana system net here say o case ye delay no now ye automatic say justice will deny it. So that is why enipa bi play damage control through the media narrative. I mean, through creating confusion in the media. It's a sometimes here the media so people pay money to get information elsewhere and put it there. Said you better diverted the attention of the substantive matter. Now, any people away interest trying to pursue high comfort among disgrace lawyer Kusimuka come again channel. More ridiculous na bambebu na wa channel. Now, so letter of administration lawyer Kusuko a client obviously want yasi. It's a second you now because lawyer Kusuko no. Say one can test it, but this will pursue man after the cankai. Yakwa High Court, I'm a judge say, and maybe you know. Now, for lawyer in Yansemo, young test court in the near radio. Near should obey it, Yaba say once a year near it. And power test court no, and will be a unity. Now, say the Payamani some they say, Obrametre didn't hear one who's betting about every part of the letters of administration.
Thank you. We are here for brother and co. I mean, to win so
we are here. So, point and say, any probably person a fucker be so now you intimidating the people. That's why me anytime you have friend, I'm here more interested about me. I didn't come out to the sense say, a case where a case study for Ghana anybody our
yes, thank you.
Ghana anybody our a case where a case study for you. One more, a was to see so to Sabre man who be up one in a hole. Maybe your payment last time you have a catch them say, if you see your choices, Ghana constitution, your choices was say, you are what dear me and son, open to Sumbako. But the moment I don't sabe tobacco until the day you terminate it and forget it, we are part of the system. If Sana Brunit here, it's until the day I will met me about a country say, Quadrofosu, termination, marriage, divorce certificate in here, there's no justification. Now, argument no more say, Mamia Kosia say, wow, a marriage certificate in here fake, you know. Menamo say, yet say now. Case what Kumasi High Court no court ni nyansem ene court omo what dem no etimi ko fa me ami wo faticha kantanka adini ba mani be chirechire awado dodo aye wo mpa cho sem nyam moye obe chirechire yate se na nkanya boni mu na nya sisie mu a ade na sa energy corona no yan twen yan kopo bi afi Germany ama na me chirechire German marriage certificate say enipa me no sign wo so yen signature wo so.
Because menya udeni asem no obisa no menya udeni abusuafo Mr. Roberto lie you want to why Roberto bibia want to my brother TV ga why get why
adentina senya sisie any intimidations and bullying and twisting I mean your good justice system nen masia e de ntiri enya nyansa say yanko faticha kantanka no machira wade dodo ayi wo awa Asante mem na mom na hode ye yantimi antwen say senanki ye osi enye perceive idea bi ne pese yesati a yanka se yankofo bi fi German embassy whatever nipa no de obaji bi asade yetimi ko fa teacher kantaka because teacher kantaka ban sabi ofa ka ne bae e kwan fa so ne kasa ne wo bae ade na yankofo bi fi German embassy no ma me kire mu say ye marriage certificate say na tie nemo oral testimony here yejitum teacher kantaka de ni oral testimony about history yejitum but today what Germany be me kuta German marriage certificate kuta bi bebre no bebre o me say e bia ni wa ya sign so ya sign signature also. But today, the so-called intellectuals, educated fools are telling me, say, oh, na mamia ko say one marriage certificate buy na signature so. Look at these people. This is interesting. Mami fa bi nchire mo German Empire marriage certificate no. Mami fa bi nchire mo. Bi bi nchire mo sisia. Na ye nipa bonefo to the sense say obako obi a wo se office o nyansa pa o. Utu say we dey ko nyansa. Ah, kuta phone. Obetimi akọ Google kura akọ the sample of marriage certificate. Yet, or media num ka kire wo say maame no marriage certificate no na yini so signature ni so. It will tell you say o man baby a yadwene wo. Aha, pa so mo wi.
Me don for me so many atem everything.
Marriage certificate ni bi ni.
Many atem why?
We obi dia no to wakata kata ni din no so. Now, certificate say that here. Ohwa ase ha enipa obe issue sa paper ya ma on nko an sign wo so. Obi a wati Germany bia kan kire me certificate enye say that here. Mo amaware wo Germany.
E ba share no kre.
Yan sign wo so. No, I couples they don't sign on this certificate. Because digitally generate through digital. The sama we are getting now or feed into the system. 80 points and say nanya boni na we trim na. You see media based on the see court na make you say judge timika say o certificate na ba me hu say you fake ya. Can you imagine this? It is a judge ni bibi hu nyansa and just obi ntimi correct no. Some person based on the free court buy na yes judge timika say certificate na do buy ni fake. In fact, Emma Busia penny court me court na national television so and make the same statement, unfounded statement. Who say you just wrong because you interested in young come here to see about them. Sir. See, so also when you be na unim how to do research, unim how to find information.
US and so sa
Germany ho na
couples on say
how marriage certificate man na me hwade. Now, the same lawyer Kusikesi, Supreme Court will ruling say evidence-based act say so also be for certificate in mra. Now what the pastor say we buy a copy. Now we judge as when you tender in as evidence here. You there's no way so the catches certificate in fake. Now Sauka say fake here. Now the bone of contention relies upon you to prove the original. Sauka obey the court the back court. Now catch them or not you see we man the original. Now who catch and say fake here. Now the burden of the proof is free. Me and the so now one has all provide original me here.
The reason you are too much.
It's almost full of
Sabato mi de miano na me de on kasa.
Supreme Court ruling now for evidence act no. Some me the cat about court. Now so catch them say fake here. There some way. What the bone of contention or mine so I will make me sue you. Never. It is in you for you to prove say who be prove me say certificate be fake am here. Etim ade course or court one e ya na say nye ene mu a mo gigi so a
Pacha mo like video ne mame why.
I mean what say no see again. Afei court of law say we court now the fake documents kwa judge bia no be jam mo now they will charge you for perjury. And you will serve court no any more a law students now say for court of public opinion for you will say what to say Kumasi High Court a charge lawyer kusini ne client for perjury. What is he charging for perjury na? And you mray tia court to say you for fake documents in court. Anything in court who swear out of secrecy ni so be can correct.
Ah, nyame nshira wate opani.
Marriage certificate in your fake or court what ya. Yan charge lawyer kusi as a lawyer. Say he should know better. na yan charging for perjury. Me busa mo. Mo busa mo me no me yi anom. Asisi wo man. Asisi wo man. So now Oma achieve first aim. Benin ka say
but he said they will see kede nka Mami akosua se won na ya sumdue enipa kenye sankwanka abusuapanyi krokodina ententa kese UTV ka se mami na de no kwa efe without any proof what the original beba a ukodi ententa kese ne ka sa no kwa na nke mami akosua se yo wa yo bia obetumi asiu no.
that's it.
Everything me pa cho me say we ni atamo hawa. I drink to why Mr. Openi o kase wo cheche ne mem kama pa.
Sabato the certificate ba near the original course or kase a original. Now me challenge say fake. Sabato say na you fake. Sabato you so relax so relax cry. Only help you because what the evidence about now say fake now. The ball is in your court for you to prove Sabato said the certificate is fake. Now the contention was the burden was in the court. Said they should prove say certificate is fake. Yamaja jina fa no adi. Ena society no ya say ya tell me ya say nyina ya unity say nwan me ni nyina ye ko. To what be critical bia no society will persecute you. So mami no almost 31st stage etia no. But when you say kasabu be say achia so emu ye. Or yenke say obenya court of appeal date no na yenhwe de besi wo so because still na no your lawyers are omo kan kore wo man mu your judges are omo kan kore wo man mu nti yenhwe de besi but to the point to say omo mu say case no omo ko use technicalities our high court na omo nim say the case no be move to different stage no that's why omo try to throw in a lot of trash garbage in the system where we met me publish a company be si one ya pass your proof point no so no o man me anwina question I expose what say now yeah some Ghana for nya date of birth be no e wo enipa ba ko ho it's so shocking
marriage document non-marriage court is worry
it's so shocking very very interesting. And I think so we a young person. This is the time when you have to be critical. I mean, take out the emotions and
they say challenge
the system. We need to challenge the system. And to criticize them, do critical analysis that you prove to us. Say, a year then will be Nyansani Ben will be course of from 2014. No, I worry 2010 was say, me you're single. Will be an agony of best idea. And so it tells you, say, Kululu be a coso, and you may be in Koyi. And until one more for be also pursue my mina buska for now. The last time you know, maybe Casamo will be pledged to say, Media, based on the amount, maybe Papa worry be brave, into me, chance will be made to me for Minimina. Obiano, but you are catching me say, Mamma crown, Pemmy Mammy as about or Pemmy Massam. It is not, I mean, I see you can take it, but I don't take that. I will never take that. So, Udia Gronas when you know, or be better you soon, against you at all time. Who your parent who your mother. That's why you're very careful. Or be better you soon mighty out. Later on, Korani be on another this soon, almost about at the end of the and the first way.
Papa Minchawano. I said we are welcome. I mean, Chipu Bibika Krabi. Could you believe, sir? It could do to the extent, say, your name at the last time, Mene, your baby can say. Your banner catch your Mene, Stroya, I say. One more catch and the opportunity team say, one mamma, your mamma, you know, our dear, what your club be, and what an attack. Because you're good anymore, say, or mammy good anymore, say, so fight for property, you know. But a tanty, could you believe, sir, our dear, what ye, but yes, say, me, be. And I'm glad no cast, I want a cast, I say, no. And I'm the one cast, I say, we'll fight it for one cast, I'll prepare the party, wo baby, you know, you was it some of my was it son or me bama? Was it son or my catch then?
Wow.
Son or my catch up at the opportunity.
Wow.
I said, what to be that?
Wow. Now, see, answer me, say, point and say, and you probably actually manipulated the system. Then I made a book as a Mikaka say, or bad time, no. And you want to say, Okra bet me a town or mother, or you because of your point and say, Media Missima who may maybe Papa worry be pretty, many men and mammy for be tonight. No one to be jammy. Now the American say, Okra bet do ma. I say, I was in the nurse be so, and I will be. O baby be home. Now you 1 out of 1,000 no bet to the akuma fine I dear chile. Enti there's see letter of administration in Tiamrabia and a two say, oh mammy, I do dean to letter of administration. I am Kodano evidence. I chance over beyond more than 18 years. I could have been a court to be a frozen court to be the answer. Two, over by the body, and Rabia and no maybe so say, Ubo protect Papa legacy. But in order for them to achieve an aim by threatening and Kodano, my almost ruined, you know, any payment me, I said you're mocking. Ye Momosro, no much more. Now for your insight, Kodana to your mammy say, oh, mammy, any pineapples are brown. As my meaning on your muhu. Yet here, say, me buy Macase, Mamino. Adia bako wadia ye gan ni bia also won tiase no brabe kasa mami wo waye mi sei waye mi abc ni enrade adia na mami ndia ye gan ni bi wodim ne he wo bai what say mami na no asem wa kamususem bia tia ni kunu na wafiri mu no da ebi nsi ye
O mu busa na sem ko so wodo ono o mu busa na sem so wodo
se bi kunu afiri mu sabi yesu kwa ye jan him na me kokota akopɛ akɔgye letters of administration. Now we say, I know you're born in, yes, I'm a good Kunimase. Sani Pano, only walking in Yaguma. Sami Kunawu, na Mabana, a Japadia, and ye, may visit me, but some who be, I will say, Mikuna Wintino, may and just many brady. Sa.
Equal, no one can say, when you could tell you, so, and no more cockatcher, my minister, when one sees us, but or pregard you what's a demo, as one mammy is the world, Diana, one in the pussy, a baba one, nay, we say, a Japadia change up a debi.
Now, yea, Sabi penny phone company feature, woman, let them see, they should stop pretending. Hey, Bama will not say, a year womb, a year me answer, and some of that, yeah, more baby, and some baby a fee. Bema ni yetu ni punu. Nti sese na ye kaze lumba mwana abuze ni bana kotu papa kodofo so punu mwana tu punu.
Yantum.
Enso penifo na muso da mutu ye fo. Mwana tu lumba punu. Anto si ye be ye abusi atrase abuka ansa ya twen kra akira dia mu ye keke amudi tu ye fo ya. Mwana he sa de no.
Omwanye.
Nti sese
eno na ma be brempoma be kan ya abusuapani ko bo program ne ase ma me brempoma okobo yi amatewia amani a eno abusuapani na amatewia mo koka jo program say ma me brempoma so mo ntisa antu nkwa ni free dem no mo eno okoka se yantu poda lumba e dan no dem ne lock no na ne 40 days after 40 days no ye hu ni kunu no ne blabo be boye eno abusuapani mo ko dani ase no koka cha baba wan say ma me brempoma se ye mpam wo ne nkwa ni na e free east go fie ho.
And point to say, na maka say any pa bi interest say pese ye bugu ni pass na mo nwene.
Abusha pani de wa ye bio.
Me tie sabe wo pani mu bi a wo
ka bia. Abusha pani ka me kasa no ho.
Me na ware ma chen. Ana mo dia chen me na ware bebre chen. Eti dia me ka me na wu ye. O ne yiri bia no ko wura ne dem. O betra ofie no why ne yiri bia ko wura ne dem. Me papa ne di me na de. And wo me ti na chi na sua free no ho. Enti mi busam sam penifo na mo kire penin sem no hana tu lumba pono na lumba pono hana tu mo ana se de niam asasa ne niam asasa ne se nkura no so adane de na mo adwa ho sa so point ne say enipa be interest say you be bullying mama no because I don't know say what you have change because and the last time me hear me checks no see me traffic me nanti bi asepa I say ye me anum Ghana fo ni bi especially penifo ni bi what time the man wa mo tia bro kire no do. It seems like I say Motana Brochino. They so bet me a team margin so because Ghana no yet muni pipe no nipa. I say more Brochana Ghana function and Philimosa. Meaning will be able to make research I am Philimo. And just say Assemba. I say Ukraine and Pacific can be among. I say you who some Ukraine as when yet and I'm coming just as when yet mo pekasa bibi am betrim koye system no we use the system to tame the people down and I will say this say timidity and humbleness se nipa ye timid and just say obre no ho say yes system no we are too timid based on the systems I dey bully nipa ye tame me down eti I don't know say ma me
everything say odobro ni Lupesi 8 bedroom na
benefit from this one so you be pursue ba bia ye interest wo
Umi enka no kro.
We ni anene tie. Ene ba ye betimi akuram kra kolobi ni apeye de. Because a bay one say a whole for radio station say call to class over near me now presenters are more individual, more private persons are your form of you which means radios who bought kutia. Now your presenters wait, my mini station, so now you're bought kutia. DLFM, and nobody says anything wrong with it. And you think say normal. Because you're funny. So the point is say, how do you make me do we meet me didn't so I must pursue my interest. But who say on what case say karma is real?
Sabatu.
Karma is real. And see, at the end of the day, your mammy no. Say my target in our crowd do what you call a lawyer so. No lawyer no. But say baby o jina and so come. Now, lawyer is very strategic and only how to the system operate. Eti young persecute woman near tata woman near tete woman and adia say adia way and lawyer no kwabe say uni say adia wa kwabe say here. Anytime you make court to be answer lawyer na make lawyer
me first about most more for be sabato why na dia.
Say lawyer kusi am make chere pe you see say na mama kukutu agun. Kanani letter of administration you be free one and distorted the substantive matter no. And so you lawyer say it's now bonting. Now you're sending information ma TikTok as be no more can say. And I'm saying mammy akos ya say baba akos say when you interested say mammy adi di and when say you still there's some crowd ho. And brand still mama na kwan say or file for letters of administration. But akos won kokra still e bi ho. Na yeyi akurani dia free mu keke no. Go and see the narrative. Now they lie to the people. Say, but lawyer not conform be without the person's consent. High court will not quash letters of administration out. My God, which contest? Which country? And the
lawyer Kushua Gudo.
Media for the
Messi would be Mrs. Tabia man.
It was a motive. It was a agenda. So lawyer could see be no court no make now the narrative be changing. I had then a yansem. So I call law school. Now interested party, letters of administration. Now I say when you're interested, based on the reasons, I could not the reasons of exams. So what? And one, young fan say, Manusko is Munasu, some Akrano didn't dig on and what free one. And I am very powerful in Kokawana. And yet then you think I cannot want to say. Letters of administration, my miracle says, I file a high court. No, yet a high court has striking it out. Where? Which law? Yet, educated fools will continue to peddle this line through, ignorant people over social media. And you're quite shocking. So, I think that, like you could see, because Nagini are very big or strong and what to give and I say. Na society ni person persecute no ye tata na ko yedin na Ghana no say asemba yedin na otwe da bia na asem na te akoda nti ye ne saa abato bepem government matter bepem ti hwete na case no ye de ato nchen and two so we just smarter even senior lawyers example me cite lawyer obribuahin oti ho ye mfra na yedin asem Supreme Court etia no oti wo sa bon say ye say yakoche lu gada pade awie and Nuntina, almost prevent all possible means. See, bet me a distinguish between a married and a side chick. It's what you are now. You're massaging what you are. So, case where you could hear you, and yet you look at the high court or cherry. So, I think that more Bema, Munya very strategic, no Munya money.
I lawyer Kusi Papa. Enough form.
I hit a corner one day. Hit another day. So, it's the American say, Muna, when you are mu fight to the end, you are part of the democratic system. Nothing stops you. Obia no beka say through the media or fight a course where Charles with Tiano, Sandy Pano, Paoncoda, and Fanham, Mon friend. They will feel say, Otier Mokan, until Muka say, any pa 3,580, so many interests are not here. Sunny, you're building democracy, freedom of speech, freedom of expression, allow the people to talk. So in some more canon, a very legitimate, it can use you as a reference at all times. Allow the people to talk. So, Munya very strategic. Now, Munya standing behind Mamia Kosia Sewa, ono de society na muso woni mu kasa enti o relax na mo mu amutimi kasa no ene se mpani se ukoto se je wonu abobi se je da mu ahun sansuo na fa wuti ni wabobi se nyina wuram fi se firi ni so o de beba so ade e koso yi se enipa fight am ye hu no kra ni ye kasa ye di mpanimfo enkeka achi any intimidation achi a ebeye a sign of precedence out of one or baby a obekọ sa atibie no they will use a high court decision against you because point in say ade o mko ye no ontimi nka nkyere me say wo de German for new certificate to them wo German de you need to because you have no idea sani ye no sani ye no
ani minim de menyo
sani ye no o my brother it's society no o my brother empanifo no my brother and now when a lot of people because of forces quickly also I concur see who we are here do not concur until the final decision and no be cast as you mon to him and when focus akwa yen hwem because ye de mra de bu o man no amamre de amane so ye nsuawie panimu bia de amamre de amane asante amamre ene wo hini bia de tiase no hini bia nkwa ne nimbi bia sabia empanifo ansa de yesi hene empanifo tiase ansa de yesi hene nti nyo hini bia ne numa santia mamre eti o hini bi kasem na won ti asia challenge no en tresa wo mu no se ye yesa ye trans mo mu bulia ye generation e ba no na ye be mo so wo mu no the future does not lie in the hands of them, it relies in the hands of the young people. So when it comes to matters of critical thinking and challenging systems, nobody should try to obey bullying and say stop talking munya can't system it's of the past. Now, Yemi Anuswa, more Mamia Kosia say one channel. You see, the media no game they play across the doors to best them say, Mamino, a young Sembu ha, Sabi, Mamu Peno, Yamamu, and never go Yamamu Kancha Manakuman too when it comes to freaks or Ghana. He said, the age you call him, and Sembu on a beer, you catch it, Omuki Kanagana, Mubenya Kraka, Mamma Manin TV. Afi, Munya very strategic. Moon fish information, dig people, expose people, go on and do that. But at the Abayan to Kakuna Muhammad Kamokono, Munkari Naso. Because they are using the system to, I mean, say, when you make creative assembly at home. So as here, and no, Mr. Baba Jama responded to Timiliga wife or Baba Jama. Now, I'll say, Baba Jama, were a lawyer. Now, I was so interested, say, Lumba free, yes, Lumba Busia. Yet, Timina Lumba lawyers. As I defended one side. I mean, what is this logic?
Where did you get that from?
What is this logic? Say, Lumba family, the family attorney, the family lawyers. Etimi Jinamu defending at one side. Can you imagine this? Nandi, Lumba family, no. Why the Lumba family says here? Why? There's one side on one in him. Sani Yadi. And it tells you, say, and no your society, no. As a theory of Koso, who you know, when you will be dear, what's a liberty, so when you will be a yenty, Mamma Cosia said, what case now, say, only will be a son or again. Into why alien, and into the many Panima way in a Koso. Papa Jama, the more kind, so what someone can was a more prone video, but one you will more way, what will you worry? I want not to as a more challenging. A brave and a lumba farm is one representing a brave to brave, more challenging. Now being Tiasia, Bibo Busuma, Babajama, Samutia, Ye Busau, so being Tiasia. How do you represent anyone on Tiasia? Salumba Fowl say representing when you know what are so representing the work capacity. This is interesting. Ghana, you will put a sambono, media Baka can say, Ya Queen, young try say you better the systems are more operating now. Will be a Casamunya very careful because Missy case no any pair working hard to destroy the case. They want to destroy the case. Ombenya ko bia shut up. Nah, mamino. What you have war, you better so mamina you have service we free. Sana na intent here. Say young person, you know the other work we and today, nature no a kuma nipa. Sasa no edini pa chie no ama ma me na ya we through mo amugu page so nyina ne mo at home and abroad my ade Some time I mean body to them because Ghana no minimum there. Then can you probably perceive a mammy no come mammy from because enipa emotional strength mi kunipa. And a Ghana no so me to crop for say. They omit me a tete. Yet it one where one masaba say, oh, me and CSC, mommy and fast would be entered. Some for the very wicked people. Or do bonny, no, we have a saba, oh, yen CSC, sanity. Eti mamino no more talk will be as what no na go free one near Saba lumba kura sama na be fanako na nya sa na ne matie wa be dwena dwe boni ma no obedi ka agya no o dwena dwe boni man obedi ka agya no fi se wonya wo hwe unim ni babia ye ka sei onim obi a babia aya asem a mo akoka ene ye kyerkyerem dia mo de ba ye mo kan ye tie ye kyerem ma me no nsoma wo bia. It's master mo be ma me no mo amukasa ma no ensem bia ya no games na ekoso highway so mamo manente nye bibia na se mo ka kire no wonu mudi nkomo so asabia mu ya mo nto na reka because they are certain agenda na no na me ka ne mai said ye omo so omo nse dem Ghana system na se no fine omo ba omo beto omo nua no but still enipa bi can manipulate them and omo betiche omo na ya je chomo so anye ya ma me no ni safety is important say ni man on who converse obet me manage ni fie ye fi say e easy say enipa bi ebe pretend say omo do ni papa na go free no now they will represent them and omo concourt what me pursue nkoda no ama ma me bi adaku bi na ni fie adaja eda bonten ti mesre ya mo ne kasa mo kan kire no say enkura na nyini no timi ntu omo fodi a ene ya on toto ne na moyi safety ho asem na making said ye be ya enkomo bia anade bia yensu se obi betimi anya because ye tia se ye benye kofo bi benya na nkomo nyama me ho asem bi e de abeto one as besin ne ebi mai it is still mamun kasen kofo na mu dili no ebi ba bi ati ko man no won agya they are looking for all means to get my men down see ye be jamba ma me ye be gu na ni mu ase on say de hwe and so many pictures bi o mo edit di gu ma me ni nyina nkosi hwe ma me ni ba Ghana no ye hu ni feeling ka say hey 62 years pa ni oni obia no obeka bi say ma me ene no koto say ko kote powder obia no se ma me me na na ye say wa me na obia ntimi nkaye nanso so ye say eye ake eye Ghana for sem asem paitia but your question for what
that I see the Timiga wife I remember greatest Sabato ba mamunsi no mamunsi no Saba mamenka say mamunsi no is part of Timiga wife Baba pena o ye na musisi na baba da wa mo dey ana mo ye ni ko ti pena si bebe di ta mo ko sisi mamenka sa o sisi brother was so me so mo si no ana mo ko fa ye brother you sister nso ba so ba
ana obi be
ana na mo ye sa
Ashante kweswe nyame me ba hu se me raising the raising
ayi Sabato no go be so be aya abodi aya mo ye ni yo
Ashante
The beer moya na ma for the semi ya di pa cross with it.
Mami jale baby kwa no ma ni pa ni tonka no.
Any asema wo na ka
ni pa dia baby jina.
Sabato me pa cha omu so mu nyana say to me so me switch my account ko I call different account and who said the raising show ha. And I just came to support my brother. You know mama support him. And the same me support mu obi we talk come di matem. Na mo de sa attack na mo de man before.
Okay, we need do what am.
Ba cha me ba me ba me ba. Na obi twa se munyi Sabato mfiri so we jimi na mo de matem. Na obi so
obi ka so ye jimi. Obi ka sa.
Mo twa me reply wo mu. Na mo de matem. Na wo say you be free so which means
no David that you nigga why from one ka sa mo to mo di man na say
ayo dobro ni kofo e no command mo. Yes mo tie. Etimi ni aba.
Na when you so say your program kofo na
yes. Ba cha you be free so. Me na me respond ba ko.
Blasphemous.
Ade na social media.
Na when you so program kofo na yes.
Ba cha me ni aba ti. Social media. The moment your man could do obi achi. My video ti ansana tie. The reason show over Canada. Who about me? But reason on take Sabato. Why me brother respect him. But who na me no ya ade no. Ne wo hu ade me no ye no. Eno nti na manya tan. Me wo wo do bro nti. Omo threaten so me say, "You bet me be say, you threaten wa wotia." Listen very careful. Now the moment obi be betray me now was set here. Sisters. Me tonya me say me training abedi matem. Me prepare.
na wo tire sawa
Me ba me na catch you. Omo ti o ba. Yes I say me catch me betray ba mo na mo betray me. Because me Tiwa e be UK. I respect that woman. Tiwa me ka so no ba na me boa. Tiwa ko mo bi am ni dia e ni ni nkomo. Ba se me ba social media.
Na ba la woman na.
I'm coming. Now be put to social media no. I say what for wake up. Now be di matam. Now be ko mu fi. Na so me before you be.
Mumu de munim sabato no. Munim sabato nka mo ni jineni.
Sister na frame the respect and money. Any me say me. Me bu ba mo tie. Nti mo amudi na nua ba na chi no. E ba social media nya. E me get to prayer.
Oh papa.
So me be me get to work here. Me video be tell. Ene no tin wa. Me do ma me ko sese wa. Me do awale fo ma. Mo bre bo me ma obrebom. Na ye di moni na oba bi e pese. Ogumani ma sena so na mo ya papa. No tin di machi. But if you don't respect that point and you joke with me know be akabetu akasa take Kennedy. Aso with me here. I don't care. Ewo me so wo ewo beba. I don't care. Me tire to ani mo krom ya. See e mom tuo. Ye di omo mom tuo. Tie me na bufo ba eye pepe kankra kum na me ko. Enti se mo anya de mo ye no. Me nua me kam bo asem because na so life na Asante kwen ya fast frame. That's I met 10 fast. Me 10 years, me do nyam some atamfo nyam. Who the man for kwadwum. Ebi anya me a, ka me nua ba Asante, ko obi di na tem. Ebi anya me a, nkatiwa, ayamu bi no ye tam wachi, na me nua branche ta wachi, na obi ta wachi no. Ohu se me mata wachi, ana ama ne kosa. Ba mama nya se.
Mumu nim sabato. Munko Facebook, ye o Facebook ye ni.
Sabato ye chaso.
Akama se we mesi.
Sabato ni bi mama kan sabato. Sabato men si.
Somebody di matam na
Sabato men si for the patro. Sabato tie the make.
I want you to program go for
Sabato tie the unia ba make. Sabato tie the unia ba make.
When they make come on did what?
I don't make be interest Sabato.
Last week you send me, my Becca Samamo, and Tidia, the Onuba control me.
Sabato tie me. And kuna show do kunku me nua be me twaso. Ye tiri kwakwa ye ni ma unua ma na ye. Mesre ti nigga wife for ne be wa ya ye ntwitwa so. If you see you mu ba kokora fuma de mbesi fa de be ye no ya na is too much. Ni pan wa yi na ni so it nigga wife ni. Ye esene katema krampo ye ko. Ye ko so ye ka bom. Aya munya isa is too much. Ba kokora fuma.
The good man the kwenje so your moya. So say na in the reason kasano. One say na saba can be firm. E to mo ka te saba so one but in short him ne dia da boy ne bema. Wa ye ne bema ye ne panyini.
Ye twaso wa te din si.
Wo so ma se mo dia no mo ta mi dia ne ya.
Nigga wife for one bet me agura for what do so ye. Wo ye mistake credit dey. Sabato ye twaso na unia be ma de sempa na mo.
Obi ama jealousy, obi ama
Obi
jealousy.
to gala di kura ma twaso.
And so pelayo na, o pelayo.
Ayo su ha o na
O pelayo be. O pelayo be.
Sabato ye
Aye me so be pelayo ma.
Ayo twaso ye su ha o ni me ni so se o.
Me so be pelayo, o pelayo. Aye saba. O pelayo. Okay, your brother can say you if you show your brother so the reason I
Saba.
Ma we just why?
Na ha ye catch platform they say enya MPP enya NDC
My just Ma me ha. Ayi kabitu our brothers.
You know, branch the racing show. Once our Cassandra, atena brochire da na se wot kuta brochire krata na onua bi tia brochire no wale na oba Ghana na judge bi nkwa brochire da na judge ne ka kire se ne krata na wade krata signature ne sunya papa na so kuta sa krata ni bi na wo judge ne jatuma wa twere wa fom ha ne bo fire Tire me catch on. Me to quine. I didn't look at be. And I also could be. And I made an singer into what you are not yet to sing it. Now, so do double in your Gamenti. A Gamenti should not what just to number that so conto qua. A young de da. Then was a control to and white general. And was a control for Sobian show.
But I'm more like video, ni mami why? Everything like me video, ni mami why?
No, a cobble chile, Asaba.
Akosia Brimpoma. Like video, more like video.
In my school, to him, Yasa Jamayo, South Africa, Kurana, Kobitia, and I mean, a castle could South Africa, a fake document here, and Kaya Jelu. Hanum woman phone Yagro, not the whole time in the whole European system. No, mammy, wait.
I don't know, yes, sister Binswa. Sabatonia, but yes, sister Binswa, no, so yeah, Jumao, I say. Why Juma into Sanya, my name, or since previous and in Abana, a fraud into a sober can be. Or your fan, no, or messy, as a picking away. Or person in the reason show a bay, because no soon him some pa. What's it in the certificate? They didn't say.
Also, Picasso,
This didn't say.
Queensy, high, now I'm picking.
Our Queensy side, it's my name high, and I am picking away.
That's a brochure for my.
Me pa cho one of the boy for ya ma me Queensy. Me we am a funny pa kro me sere o. I got pick in the Queensy.
Oh, what social media say wo ji. That's a nice old day. I don't know how to use it.
Wa ba o, I do aba.
Okay, wa why? Sabaka me fa no kasa keje
Enti abroche for wa abroche wa Ghana. Ma me akoso say wa judge bi ka say the certificate no enya papa no. Ye ntimi hu say Ghana for China airport. Aba Ghana ko. Go do one case, hey, when you walk from Ghana, what the oil, I say, check document. Now what's your butcher? Mamma Cratanya, Mamma Cracker and Catama.
Was over Channing word you want them?
I hear Juma. Until you know, raising some more calamity, then some more life from when you are branching with you. I can't hear Juma much as I more about owner, what was your film. Where will you come at all? But China Pansel on Tiasia and the beer or Dafma, no be can't as a summer fan, but not to me, I say, we send Pacron. Uchi, Mamma was in a crack and a damn Ghana way. I radio for Kevin, TV for Kevin. Wapa Ghana. Jammer, need be in video. I welcome. What do airport? A bit so more tracking. You're tracking now, my answer. Tio. Ya tracking a canning crater, some social media. Name me Anchino, a circle run fear, what in fear. Sama no corner, circle court or Ghana. Court no, as a quadrant, as a quadrant woman, as a yana sang into a mother Mukrani. Mammy, no little crew started about 90s, 80s, near Wabayabino. Sama Meno, I did your look one little crew as one. Sama Meno, the actually said, or by the pleasure party. No more young Chessa, Mammy went when you crew, no more almost die, no more hard time. Now sometimes I am it, yeah. Obviously, Mammy, or Massa, or Momacasama, or don't want to. Mammy, no crown, yes, so I need that lumber sister, Mammy be on the two men who had a moment. Now I got no to win him so a lumber sister, no lumber and see die. No woman, you know, or more dying. I don't make him up and see. And I call to buy and a sword or jet a padiamobi. Na Ghana mrem no yesi so onu obabo brapoma abrochire mrem Ghana mrem majapade emumi enu motia enti saa maame no ana ne kuru ni dan no oni asase onto bita ena oni nsate ono ne na obi a woni na ba betena na ba ma na japade wie mo kwama no pasa wadwene wo fom tinsem we na mu se meni abrante ne tesa opugo we are lawyer we are judge. Ya busia pay ko TV so asa no no an de hye one hour for don ko do fo so yire ko na wa wo abobra awoma se ne certificate ye no e pamuchaw yire na Ghana mrant mi afra papa musa ne se prove your evidence na se mun kan kore abusia pay na ko to defend no se abusia pay na timye bi na no ka on national television say certificate to be at the Abacoton. Yeah, no, Ashtown. And as I'm fighting new town.
The global.
I was supplying this alcohol to talk with him. Yeah,
I do already the message about to say our basos or yeah, man with Jawaba. Me so mane kasa kakana ka me
Mama, no fam mommy wise.
Why we that's about
Quincy.
anywhere why?
Ah, okay. No, about Mama, but your kajagum, your brother Moti. You never see a four.
Yamishamo. We the na impromptu intimation and you're prepared. But now the answer about to can na me so. It's like we need to fight the cause, but we need to also be on course. I feel like Team Legal Wives, you have a big platform. But it's about time we do the right questions. They say, Chris Vincent, they buy a document, no. I was expecting that in Kamubeye, like live show say, no more discuss a document, no, in depth. Because documents no more it was just fraudulent from the first page to the last page. Once the documents had once a coin says Sika, Ukre Sika, there is like a hidden image in Sika. Because it's original, no, they have like an emblem. Is hidden in the into printables and not imagination. But page na odobroni din woman. It was just a PDF. Into that particular page, you know, they were trying to insert it into the application. And then we call live be so life no so. And I was trying to explain things to them, not person beti. Guy be so no or ye jumama America for and no Philip forms America for and not me who not say you bullshit. Now me call line and be and say America hemfa. And now Philip forms our Philip forms say there is a blue ink option for you to edit. I sit in the office. So Philip forms for website. The only moment websites number more options say blue. But almost a baby that lumba then the bunny Priscilla D1 a blue in your underline. It means that option you can edit it. So what it meant was that they were now doing the application. And I share pictures now share URL now and I said web address now. It said application web. Meaning that it was an application they were doing as at the time now on which picture now. So these are the things that I feel like as legal wives we should be bringing in there. And as I will share the very last page now, baby odobroni now or the PDF into two different tabs. But we a website and odobroni there no a PDF. And now as a drag it. So you could clearly see that these are two different things. And another thing, we say a system via our old data, any future data. And it's also American embassy. Anybody or 100 people can have the same name, but just one person can have a different like birthday. And it's all the information be two system one. Automatically it recognizes certain information. So what they didn't realize is while they were trying to do the application to make the application 2024, Odu, I think, was the fourth page. Also, my owner beneficiary, OB registration, the system automatically detected it to have been registered in 2022. So the question is, if a document was registered in 2014, how was the owner's registration done in 2022? It doesn't make sense. You can only have a document being registered in 2022 and then you get 2014 in there because I have past information. But you cannot have past information with a future year.
Me used to work as
question number. Another thing I realized. Look at the number ne tin numbers now. They tally. Akwa say na ye social security no. So uko to say tax bibiana for uni we bushana business transaction. When you go as a group, you end up having the same serial numbers because muko as a group. Into serial numbers, no, they will be the same, but they'll have different. Most maybe P00401, P00402, P00403. Osha that number in the banner Diana, they tally. The last three, all of them are the same until the last, I think, three numbers. Makuye 401, Makuye 40X. Osha do bruni Diana. I started P, then it goes 000, it goes 1. So the next thing we should do as Team Legal Wife is to go to GRA and ask them. Because exactly, and now they actually know. No, because
mathematics. I want to get another zero.
All serial numbers in this world,
Yeah,
they have
water.
a year. Year behind serial numbers are your mom. So we can know what year that the Lumbers serial numbers were created and what year Odobroni's serial number was created. That can tell us that they were trying to put like the oh baby the chair baby are blue no. It means that this is not registered. They were trying to register it into being a core system nimu, trying to do this registration. That is why it is blue. For any business that is done in like I submitted, I approved it, and it was supposed to be black and uneditable. And then page, will either say confirmation page or proof of application. Nothing else, nothing more. And even if you say God is exposing them to us, but we need to do the needful and educate people more and more. We ask the questions. How are you telling us, like Namekano, that an application was done, but then the same application that was submitted and registered, we can still edit that application. It is never done anywhere in this world. You cannot edit an application that has been approved. Never. So so what they had to do originally was to go to GRA, no for affidavit of support, bra. Then you write in affidavit that your person didn't nipa business no. Then they will go into their system and add the person. But because they were dumb and thinking, that's something called Chris page. We go catch Chris. Or say one person to come and debate him. Let me catch and say, you as a lawyer, you could not even identify the document now Ukraine or fake. You want somebody. Let me say, team legal wife class 1 now. We don't have time for people like you. Because if the document said there were two anymore, you can't even tell the document is fake. How then you expect people like us, learned people like us, to come and sit and be debating with you? You are below us. It's going forward, I feel like we have to do the technicalities too.
Okay, madam. For the benefit of you and not your education team, me work company or Ghana with my 10 number in anti the Okano. So was it a new blue or was it a new blue? The lady can
Anyway,
a black. We already from registered.
Anything that has been registered already is automatically black. It can never be blue.
And the reason so,
Money repeating that screen recorders.
Yeah, me, I'm a company certificate to credit, and the company, and you fake if you want. It's your canon. I say what on quite my business because you're black here, 10 numbers.
Yes, anything that has been the moment I get the application say pa, it automatically becomes black.
How can they have different dates of birth?
I'm doing it. Reason for blue in a brand. I mean, explaining and then whoever is doing it will take it.
Oh, Papa, please.
Okay, see, I don't know. 10 numbers now. I'm gonna buy
10 numbers no.
Yeah.
Almost a year registration with 2014. There is no way any website. There is no way any record that is being registered already will have these things that are able to edit. It is not done. So for anything that was registered in 2014, it should have been black ink. Point number 2. If Odobroni that registration at the same time, how is Kevin and Charles T number no having the same serial number sequence, but Odobroni is way off. So we will go and find out why the numbers no share that number in the banner there 0004120 and then you have 42 and then 0x. But Odobroni there no. Or see a P001. So the moment that comes in, it means that it is not part of, because say a business, it's like friend is saying, family,
business,
And then the other thing that Chris said was, say, Oko register the 10 number, no, you're single. Into all filling form, no, blah, blah, blah. That is bullshit. America, UK, Canada, Germany. So Oko not some more tax, what we call social security number. Now we 2 years and I America. It is the same social security number you are going to use for the rest of your life. You don't change the social security number because you are married.
Never.
So how do you tell me, say, maybe Banama want America, and now UK and Canada, no? Or you know, be 25, 35, no, or that's of course, sir.
Maybe, the reason big, no one show venture will be a screen recorder for.
Yeah.
Or pick up with the young whenever a blue.
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, from what we see here, no, it means that they were doing the application new because you can edit everything in blue. So, Oko website, Biana, you see any ink in blue, it means that it's an application
you can edit
that
it.
is being done.
Right. And then original one from registered general, number a black. Whatever.
Yes, black. Automatically, it has to be black.
Yes.
You cannot edit it. You cannot edit it.
You can edit it.
Okay, you cannot edit it.
Now we'll be a fancy, yeah. That's literally where you're right.
They were, and I think it was the third page. So what? We just throw on it's very at the very top. The actual application web. That will tell you that they were trying to do an application, and our system not chi or more, and automatically all be registered number 2022. It is what me one so their mammy and Kabebuana.
Okay, Eva.
Hey.
Yeah, the
middle one. Dream will be you.
Yeah, I think it's the middle one.
Yes, yeah, I think October. How much I said October 7th, 2014. And if you want yes, I had a bar. Okay, well, 2014. I ain't coming to my glasses.
Me fan Tonechi. By the just for Sudan Penny or your owner of a beneficiary.
Okay, the beneficiary, okay.
Yes, owner, yeah. All be registered.
Yeah.
Just all be registered. In the idea we in 2014, then all be registered.
Yeah.
2022.
Charles for Sunini, yes.
Because we cannot go in. So
yeah. And on into Oja, say no, beneficiary.
Yeah. When we say owner beneficiary, no. Who's the owner beneficiary, no? Oh no, DNA. Is it this one you're showing me?
Yes, RPG. Charles Fosu, 442. Okay, yes, there I think say unanini. That's a number, yeah. To 2022 here, and only 2022 here. From 17th November 2022. Whoa.
Wow, what's it for? I'm sorry, then I got it.
What, Mamma Sanfanti? You know what kind of thing? Onano, almost as a Onano, on a year which is Charles Fusu. Yes, Charles Fusu, no, not the 10 number here. P 0041204442. And over the here, also membership date, registered date, a year, November 17, 2022. And you have an account.
Registered date now and the tin number. I say beneficiary register business no owner beneficiary or non intino and I share that the number DLFM now out 2022.
I to bet you at 10 camera no. There is a camera no.
Says where?
I think swap you for phone no go upside down. I think it might work that way.
Okay, mommy is sitting there.
Okay, Poki, I see Poki as also the need there today. Tell me, why?
Intino when we said DLFM no.
I was
it was written to us.
Poki away. Sabawo there.
Okay. No promise I we so ya asamo de grade.
Na me ka say 10 number no.
Black camper.
Yeah.
As a funny picture if you were to never say
Intino, what they were basically trying to do was do editing of the whole
application.
It may be yes.
You picture no.
Maybe na me say come about 10 number. Maybe 10 number registration. It started 2018.
No, 10 number actually started in 2002. The teen in Ghana.
Also,
make
Rose,
up for
yeah,
teen
Teen registration bar Ghana. Yeah. But the point is, there's nowhere in this world that Uko fill the application with teen number status and it determine the other two forms. So that is a blatant lie. It is never done anywhere. You know, your social security numbers. So, but I say, you so there might be filing on us more social security number. Now, China, now, go file for file. You have to change your status because Nipa no need Jai.
Debbie.
No. It doesn't happen like that. You know what they were going to do. And when we page now, Odobroni Dinda Sono. Baby, and the birthday, no. For that page, Mamma, and I'm sure I did be war.
Me bacho, Rose. Now, Sano Maya Ditchay. Although Brony in the lawyer, so my confirm say, I had Genua Umgutana.
Okay, also so dear. Okay, also dear. Okay,
Oh, my confirm say Genua and answer Obina the Talker.
Never,
Okay.
yeah, can't the reason by some me boo. Progress, what do you need? What the other day?
Auntie 10 number, no
Ten number, no,
yes.
yeah.
And I
That's
was
the other side.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
that's it.
B0011961138. Okay.
Even though this is printed in already, no. Say, you know, on the chair, no. Say, printing it. So I page no, but the bar social media, so printing it out. Automatically, say if you use a colored printer, it will come as blue.
Yeah, and
If you use a colored printer, it will come as
blue.
It won't come as black.
Yeah, I remember blue.
If you into Osho Dobroni page now, the end of the page, you will see there is an X at the edge.
Yes, X.
Meaning that
edge, yeah.
It is a
Edge, yeah.
It is a
network.
Edge, yeah.
It is a
Edge, yeah.
It is a
Edge, yeah.
it is a it is a
I think it's a network, and I don't know.
Yeah.
for Dobroni page no chair.
I was about Mr. Monto give to you normal report to page,
Most of
report
the
to me.
page no. What's the
Monto
image?
give to my power tap. No Monto
Image
give.
yeah, so a PDF. Osha so
Yeah.
a PDF. I say go back to baby blue no one. The baby blue inks no one. I'm my baby.
Yeah. Okay. When you see
Oh, so Osha mudia. There's a kowechi kakra. There's an image. I say a gray.
Yeah.
Hidden in the
which is like embodied. I say the company
Thank you.
embodied inside.
That shows you that Odobroni no, it is not part of that registration.
So I will fix it in.
They were trying to fix it in. And the system no automatically catch on say that number na business no your owner no or register the business no 2022. You cannot cheat a system.
Oh, in fact, even grand reflection at Omucha picture reflection channel. It is all here. Reflection at once a rainbow star reflection at cheap paper.
Exactly.
And you be a crowfoika.
TV stations and in Apple so media radio.
Reflection at I edit in a way of reflection channel.
There's a page. There's a page that has start date.
Yeah.
Push that page now. Font no, a very small. And the ink near very faint.
It's a fast.
And also anywhere a font now. Where's the font to just a where's now yakeno? A small. Other ones a bold. I can see it.
So meaning that whatever they were trying to do, they were not getting the right font that was used for the original piece into whatever input they were doing. No, the amateur on the crampo no that start date no was 2014. No, oh me who tell me come me when no so then I lose it. So these are the things that we should be looking. What on your mobile. Now go on your go to the next page for me again, like the same document, either the next page or the third page. That mention what the amateur no. Finally, I think.
The formal report to page on Mr. I want to give to my wife. And what I said, I can't say. I guess the reason is this Moya. Why?
Yeah, I think is it? Let me see. Hold on. Is it this? Well, maybe actual 2014. No. Yeah, actual 2014 October 7th. Then the phone. Yeah, in the straight. Put it in the straight. We'll try to read it. Yeah, just do it straight. We'll try to read it.
Okay. So, if I'm right, say as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, actual start date, you know. She start font size, you know.
Yeah.
Next font size now come.
And I said, I'm in the yeah,
you could clearly see, say,
different.
Yeah. Clearly see, say, Esusa.
Yeah.
Esusa. Once I say, oh, fill form some, yeah, we dealing with documents, you know. So, your email, crana, your font matters. So, fill form, the font size is always the same.
Yeah.
So, the moment you close out of it, you know, sometimes, sometimes it's hard for you to even determine, to even remember what fonts you use. Because I feel like, makes it sound before you might. If it is you who did the original one, you would know. And also, when no input, they didn't know. These are the minor things we should be getting in their things and calling them out on it.
So, in your terms, I said, to legal wife, and you're more analytical, in the system to expose the system.
Let's question them.
Yes, so we question the authorities in Ghana Register General. Say we want to see the authenticity of the document. How can somebody register a business and you are trying to tell us that a registered business is able to be edited? A business that has already been registered is able to be edited. And about this Ghana, I'm competing in assign what to training. Yeah, honey, be possible. Yeah, crony, be possible.
Just kind of
finally, Queen, means only Nkolano, Mubenya any de abon komwa. There's one thing I want you to show them that will speak to their conscience. Oh, obituary no moye no. If you can get a copy of obituary no, sit the children down and let them go through the obituary. And ask the children, say, how much of space did they give them in that obituary? Are they trying to tell the children that papa need grown-up picture bia number 1 for them to put those grown-up pictures in there? Number 2, if the court recognize their mother as a wife, obituary they should show you where they put their mother's details. Number 3, cash no more say her odoboni no on 6 or bushia 7 the bitu amama and there before anything their mother and their father suffered for. Odoboni be chairman in 6 or we are their man brother or we are their man immediate family ni asiana beka no asana bedwom ho. She should put it in her head. Odoboni will never feed her and her brothers, leaving the 6 children. It will never be done. It doesn't matter how much Odoboni pay on myself. It can never be done. And to know they should go back to the someone teach here. They should go if they won't realize all the things that were said about their mother. They should go to the obituary and critically look at it and ask them, say, if their mother was supposed to do that obituary, would she have done it this way?
And for me to remember a point we know. So be more almost like Shanko, lady, woman, young, ladies, and guy, gentle guy. No point to say almost person who say intention. I said they want to. I mean, almost careful. I mean, almost say Senka. I mean, lumba papa area. Adena obituary forms. Yeah. Your body say akosia say wa.
So what? How?
Yes. How refer mami papa area. Na enunka bibi nchiro almost say it was intentional.
Yeah.
No one tells you say any pan of no modile no. I mean, they are using them for them to go against their mother because no kremu say, "Come on, mami kura, pese come mami ebe yeni bia." Kore say refer mami. Now who say at their ages and say you refer will be ewo obituary document one now. Yeah, that's what we're telling you now.
Reason when you see that document some the buy no crampo no. Kevin send him Oman spelling ye.
Okay.
Shendela no Oman spelling in you. They did spell it right. So meaning that and that look bane your documents no so Shendela no mo spell ye no Oman spelling Shendela ni ye. Omo ya na Shendela say Shindu said. So even then Kevin's name they did not get it.
The reason who bet me their journey and name no how they spell it.
Until why we are Schindler, Kevin Schindler.
It took just that the number who that number of school or who ni badia or who mistake.
What's your crown? Original name, yes, you can't pronounce it.
Schindler. I think they said it was Schindler. Schindler.
Oh, but where is Schindler? Schindler. Yes.
That's what Schindler. There's no more who spell it.
Oh, Schindler. Someone who bought into a moon spell it. It is not a Ghanaian name.
We are Kevin Schiller. So which means I say one ever creating more tongue and I say some deliberate now we are few.
Yeah. So you see, even the name there is wrong.
And that's I think that mom ben yemi emantia na baba wan ne you know omumra be testify say na wodi ye no na now I mean we see a deliberate attempt no person. Yes. So some intentional na mo church mom ben
now we need and then your life say ya munko GRE na munko fro bia oye adwuma ho oh your person be explain chain you say 10 numbers or register no singular for the rest of your life ubeye form bia also you sing nipa no the person with the expertise come and explain that oh it is either so or it is not so.
That's it.
But before that so when never born come then you know beforehand say nipa no question now be say no who nimdie before you bring the person on. What you say? Yeah. These are the educations that we need so that people will not think that legal wives no say you we are a bunch of class 1 people who don't have anything, who don't know how to Chris Bassett me question no do.
And it's so funny because just say a whole institution Ghana say obia wari 2010 2010 or about 2014 so be in Krata you say your man is single or you're single marital status yes or you're single.
Yeah.
I mean it doesn't make sense.
Even 20
so present so
yeah
my memory with the 10 numbers and everything. Even 2000 they
don't know me to
say there be that Anyamia me pacho. Even 2000 and you started changing 10 numbers. Maybe the other manimuha. 2000 and you started here. A changing your my 10 numbers I dear duty. Me at the other me has a mission we show me video until almost started no 20 almost started 2000 now 2000 maybe register me there 2000 and almost started by changing no 2015 and that has say Adame May so has a Obia unsure Hana a year 2000 and so okay I want my phone so dear I want my phone so me register my company in 2000 and almost started say yen I be change Yamra me change your 10 numbers and then young family duty mo Sabaya your bought 10 number na your duty baby I will be almost started register 2015 and 2014 I want me have say I want me
wow 10 and the 10 itself started 2002
no, it
was in the system. It was in the system. It was in the system.
Certificates in certificate.
That was when
not so come on any. Yes, yeah, the other son
reason.
Yeah,
the next question I wasn't be saying, although Bonisi was a businesswoman. So the next question, follow-up question is, on chain any businesses for Ghana, or Tom Kobe, or Tom Momone, or Tom our store, or provision store. What business is she doing?
So no more than what questions or a board of director or a DLF.
JC Croy, yes, Amazon for CEO. Onishi,
me was here, Mammy Mukasawaha.
Okay, Mammy can't free register general for Mammy. Why? And to say it was enforced in 2018, broad use. It all can say with the implementation of the Revenue Administrating Act 2016, Act 915. The use of tin became more strictly enforced in Ghana for accessing governmental services, example, banks, passport office, land registrations from April 2018.
Okay, but they'll tell you the TIN number started in 2022, but it's knowledge.
Yeah.
So it's also good. But if it started in 2018, then they couldn't have had it in 2014.
Yeah, so I got 2014, which years are there now?
So that's the whole question we are all asking. So these are the questions that we have to ask them for them to give us answers.
That's it.
So the only thing that will make sense is the actual about that number OB, it was registered in 2022. That's the only thing that makes sense as far as what you just read is concerned. Into technical questions that was here starting.
Yeah, so I mean, they just want to, ambush the system. So they probably cannot reason now.
Of course, Ghana, 98% of Ghanaians, we talk with emotions. That is why Asemba, politics, family, before we are done talking, now emotions are rising. Then we forget the technicalities of the issues we are discussing. So what change your strategy?
Yeah, in this situation, I think that they work at legal wife and you're very strategic. Say
yes,
we are going to target every institution or
every institution. If you are telling us this business is registered, and yet this business that is already registered can also be edited in your website, there's a question mark to your website. Then we cannot trust you because anybody can go into your system and edit our details and get information. It's exactly what you are telling us.
Yeah, and then even the guy over publish at the end of that, it must be held accountable.
You have to be held accountable.
Yes.
You just don't bring information like that.
That's right.
Remember, then we make them know that.
No, so a fraudster.
Exactly. That's the fraudulent. And I don't want evil for anybody. But you see, if you can be lying on your visa application several times, you are single when you are not single, you should be banned from all countries.
And I just say, because of but you make it this clear. And you because of we hate you and your friend who Bruno. But because we don't hate her, but you per se facts establishing.
Yes.
Obi or any capacity to over to me, I'm visiting VFX. Over to visit any visa application center to prove say public records just say if we're single, but we want to know say the applications for the two you perceive and you're born.
So I inquiry now, so
exactly. So this animal, every mama phone said not because you are just ranting, but
yes, if we keep ranting, they would think that we are. Oh no. I mean, so what the documents back? All you have to do is go to an AI engine. It will tell you the origin of certain documents. So they cannot just come and be throwing things in the dust thinking that we are dumb. That, say I'm an MVP for you. And people kept talking, be careful, be careful. Ghana has changed. The TikTok is changing. People are talking. People are asking questions.
Even a picture, even pictures, you better determine where they took the picture.
Exactly. So these are the things that we have to constantly keep doing.
Yeah.
We should stop focusing on the emotional part of it. And let's focus on the technicalities because Obi will but maybe while they are on the platform, Obi now they come into on Bamba. So so we can have sections where we will be emotional and we will rant out our feelings, and then we have sections where we ask a lot of tangible and educative questions. Charlie, they won't be able to beat us. Together we are strong. They will not be able to beat us in anything. We will question every single thing they do. Okay. We will question every single thing they do. And that is how we will get them. Because on the bar, me see documents on the bar. When I saw that, because I work with documents. When I saw the first thing, what I did was go on my break and I downloaded it and I scrutinized every single part of those pages. And I made a call back to the page. And I made some questions on each page. Questions on each page. Mr. said, come and answer these questions. He couldn't answer it. He couldn't. How dumb do you think we are as a people? How dumb do you think we are? And they say team legal. Oh, me makaja Chris said, Chris, you want to write on team legal one, but Charlie Enfa.
Spokesperson for Opega.
But on your Facebook lawyer be. Sabato. On the carry a woo. We won't give open a YouTube channel. He has suddenly opened a YouTube channel. He won't write to legal wives to get the kids. Oh, yeah.
I can't say I don't produce spokesperson, which means that on in the edge, man. That's a more different Ghana system, which means a next case.
Next case, yeah. So we question his credibility. Or to UK, it's not a UK natural. So as a lawyer,
only more job on it, yeah, okay. But one in the year, Juma, dear,
only the Juma because English will bring
some material, man. You confirm the river to ya.
Yes, Ashante Queen, no one for Faba.
Yes, with a mansion.
Into mansion, say a betray mansion now. You betray mansion in the way that the would
into the BB, you man, on the man. There's a more fragile document at the court. There's a nice case, I did not put what attend because almost a processor was educated. Almost a certificate. Okay, I'm almost be fake about it. And then the media following up of the show. And they are both don't smart or don't say, and the Ghana media follow a bomb for the HM also to Ghana. Omu bet to my father for Jerry. I could so the bank internal revenue office and I said Jerry for the document about Pontier and Pasalumba. The Juma be any date says say the patrol will go register the so. Or don't bring a dano. What a thing by media for the Jimmy. Omu Ghana more public on Facebook. I don't publish on the page. About quiet power radio and Shira FM media at all. Jimmy and a criminal at the oh, what are you?
Guy, punch him away. So,
I said, the can't have your bab until you prove say, you will do my way. I'm a director. I'm not
it's too much shouting. We don't want to do that anymore.
Yes,
we need to educate. We need to start educating people. Yes, we see papers say omodia bay. Ah, they are better to enumerate. Ya memo details. So don't say people begin to question. People begin to. These are the things that we keep doing. So when we do things like that, people are like, yes. So we are not just here to do emotions. We are here to also
educate. You know, that is Vincent more. Yeah, man, attention.
No,
yeah. Because we first more credible. What another big gossip the band, celebrity gossip the band, no. We are true for Papa. What's the UK? Ha? What remember wa? What sorry? I was say we a lawyer. You don't want your lawyer because as a lawyer, dear, you should know better. We are corrupt. And only member no more yes, I be better than UK. So who they are? But some oh, that's about to now, but I make it point. I remember the play by almost supposed to start giving a member no buy UK. I say, remember, a map, who resistance, who two way, who bear UK. People said, you might bear pan, and then was Yasamamo. Moody sell fools that day. Yasumamo. Some man, some what to one, some would do to mommy, some would do to me. Okay, this time, I'm making a point, make us so much of this life. And the top on make a master, why don't I make a master? And the top on says, and you're telling them, but the moms will make a master, mother, yeah. Ah, and the top on the Mama, make a master. I mean, you have to make us master. Mama, make us somewhere. And the abandonment.
Oh,
yeah, come for the Washington. And once I'm not going to them, that's what fraud.
Yeah, what happened just was saying that better.
I'm passing.
Online and you're no correct. What's me the side area about one saying, wouldn't say and other case listen, other day.
Sabato wunya ikasa ne fa no ko.
If you trust nigga be talk to no be fan no. Ese we again na sefo, ne nyina wo enye no correct. Over trust no ma say enye no correct. You only ba be say musa question case listen say e dey adea. Who did
Destroy and then the embassy of the coho.
Who did
Please,
it?
let's not go there.
I'm coming Casabon soon, send him in Pessa.
Sorry.
What I say?
Me ba cho mo a mo tia broche you ke me mutie.
Who did me? My
Ye ni aba che document about bontin. Mo ni na tia
the work.
mo ni sa broche.
I'm more than Manusi, but then the other make a sama, make a sana. Ade.
Me ni aba so so dia do ba wa ro bro.
Why? I have limp.
I make a something and I swear the other
This was Wani nyina ya kuma ni nye.
Libroni, Mamma, yes, and the sacrifice. What did you have to be man? I don't know why you're not you. Just remember what the girl cracker said here. Program, Ningy.
Mo ni na tia broche. And I say my tablet card and court. That's why I foreign document. Then say that case. Now my lawyer from no why I call you more Ghana. It's simple. You two communities here. Then your back as and what can ye? A do baby. What's the big duty? Son of a political. What the document about in the tablet, and yet tell me, not no question running. No, brother,
yes, say as about to previous.
me ba cho me ba.
I just want to think about Troby man online. This guy don't fight everything.
Yeah, can't do what some of your
Jimmy, your mouth attention. You Jimmy, your mouth attention.
yeah.
On your lawyer, the outboard.
Oh, I broche. Everybody, no test will be swaggy. No good, mass. As simple. Well, young children coffee. What do you put German? Number one, all the fraud document on social media. Our dear go up on thing. Or this or the internet is different. There's a fraud don't go for a broche. As simple. Now, a broche system and share document and say, authentic. Fake.
Okay, Vincent interview.
Me.
Would just be anything at them. What about the interview?
Sabato Manankasa. It's on a heart. Just Israel. No, what he was just trying to say. No, what he was just trying to say. He said, "Come here, yeah, no."
Yeah, maybe can I say the same Vincent, no? Yeah, Vincent. You better trust for them.
Chris Sabato.
I said, no, I will not be a challenge. And go cast for doing
Sabato, no munimno, Sabato, where collect.
I think Mommy and Catty, a Yidian so. The friends say, but I got you there, so you go there. Yes, Sister Queen, I can. Why?
Obituary comment be. Now, my person may build you on it. Okay, I say, let's let Sally talk about it on Saturday, which is a good point. Even on him, we are you bet me documents now, command. Ni a chain mistakes the word documents in your name. Nakache Musemuko Yemu show. Musu market woman no ATM into almost a month phone call. No one be questions. Our almost platform say na you want document to home, and we all need answers. You know, these are the way we will send education, because we also have loved ones who also have bigger platforms. You know, when we get the answers to the questions, then we send them what we have, and then let them also ask the majority of multi radio ni TV no. Then we begin to build a bigger audience of people who will see us as different. It's not always about sentiments. It's not always about with team we are coming.
And I think
we will always be on the same path.
Yeah, I think that the Emia Bane Canon, a fantastic. Obiti said, Ulano or Nita Femno. Young try to get him. Now, your money, young on
no, there is the one, it's almost Tatan.
Oh,
okay, but Kasai. There is no Mamma say what say. Sabato Swadaya. Was say because of despite incense and being to know. O de ma wola won ye o hima wo ye dedi obeye salibeye ba wola no say no odwi na dwa
oh yeah social media no say no asem wan kama ne kwa Ethiopia o me plan asem kyerɛw
Ola ben ola
we
we
say social media na mo ade na ye se de nua ban kan me me prempren sometimes ya videos no ya hiti ade se ade mesro enkopo obidi so wanye na say nchemu ni na adwurum
diwa
ya ka mu de we say about ni ya
Sabato ya mo ola diwa ana make us wonye fama Salima beye Ohima we de be gossip 24 so beye ye the man die beye
Yeah, so even Dazi TV.
That's what I'm trying. I'm not sure for what you. I'm not sure for me. I'm not too many. Some person, my man, said. The bomb chop. I'm not sure. Madam, more on cracker. The do baby. You will be a yetin. Then your branch or yard, what I did. On the above, don't bring document. Lumba register and say. And the enemy by your barber church. One Sabato. What a movie Sabato. Because you say, you are banning baby. I don't know what channel. So you to say, who a team legal wife, not a butchery, no one lawyers, a defender as a man. Now so that face in your brantena.
Dabra who casa butcher court upon a simple hour.
Assemble yet the bien a country. A simple mathematics. Move for your branch and document at the Bible channel. And also a table chinty. Move Franco court. Oh, I'll bridge it.
One ever go.
And your fraud document said here, will be able to cast a course as a certificate of fraud. Woman who said, you know, the person who said authentic. Because a brochure for our lesser brochure Ghana Sam and will be at the fraudulent document. At the same time, you can't tell my say the certificate of fraud empty fraud and woman be paid. The more person will panic to UK. Omo to show mamu. Ometuma contact Ghana. Lawyers betuma contact Ghana. GRA amoma hwe. Say ye no kre, enya no kra. Ye nua branch no, otia broche and we defraud social media with by false document, by false allegation. Enti musu metimi ayade we simple. Abroche me ba to bia wo lawyer. To do baby am from boy.
Sabato. I feel no. That we can't go that tangent because nipa wobusia. Maybe you touch destinies. You don't touch one person. Make out say the issue we are handling is a Ghana issue. The best we can do with our investigation.
Mama Sabato about program is what I say.
The best we can do with our investigation
we
is
have
to make sure
program
that the people of Ghana don't
Sabato
and that is the target. As far as where you stay, where you work, we don't want to go there. Ochina semiti. Nipa no oyere or kunu or ma.
Queasy, asama woke and many woke and now what the Ghana marriage certificate call you UK Bezia. Yes, you can call you.
Of course.
Because of the same way by an incident.
That we should do.
Many one yard to be called the panel on him, sir, and I'll be like, or the Diablo, because UK has never married the reason show and the UK I say, oh, the Ghana, and you quiet a young maybe. You refuse to a for baby, I say. And we've seen of baby, I say, and the Canada, or no one, and one, yeah, and draw no song.
Queen. Another thing too we should do is move about life. You people should try and have outline of what you want to discuss. More discussing educative, more educative. Now maybe more the last 30 or 20 minutes, you know, emotions and sentiments. Because like I'm saying this because most people feel like bad social media and not TikTok we don't talk about like the essential issues. We are so focused on waiting we were coming. We then report to say yes before we realize not the main focus, which is Apostle say what assembly here. We are not getting it. We are not getting the answers that we need. You know, and the example was like the way there was a breaking news. I know eventually we stopped because we felt like it wasn't helping us. And that is way forward. They were here. And I'm kind we can have sections for education, like maybe Monday, Tuesdays, or now Monday, Wednesdays, Friday, education, Tuesdays, Thursdays, emotions. Obiambeka they want to boss them. then people will begin to realize that no, there is more to this group than we thought they were initially. Oh, and no, sir, we will build a bigger audience. More people will bring us more information because they realize that we are dissecting. What people don't know is the people who will contact you to fight for them, you have no idea. While you are doing all these things, you are also building a credibility for yourselves for the near future.
For a visitor, even on your dining table at home.
Oh, that is what me in my small, me buy and they say we should be doing.
Right. Mami for we soon twem na even na mo ase. Ayi on say baby a case na dro no. Yeah. Right. So at the me person me can say you go so we are fighting for a good cause to make sure say justice will be served now. Yeah, what the lawyers bet me aye. And the media no bet me aye. I mean traditional media downplay most situations, but anytime be a social media na ebe overpower no, you think say now omusha say so act. The mu ye ebi a me direct say ebi a obi probably record them. And say you keep on pursue say we are targeting the institution. Any document, whether from the court or from anybody. Somewhere telling more, it will be our big platform. So say, can say work and can about to be a strategy to about but because of education, I ain't me a home baby. No, you'll be best one also mount to different strategy. Wait me, but as I said, you know, 1 month say, I deal with document when I be a sabato, sorry, or he register general IRS say, we want to know.
Yes.
Now, most of my way can now it will create the attention there. And it's coming. And the things that for now, no case we know yet technically it's no we used to yes, I mean, we interest, we break it down, you break it one more down. Or when the document back until we challenge it. Lawyer the other customer, we also do a follow-up and then we challenge it. Then because a bit is a Kumasi case, was I would speed been at the Quabac today and Kajajan and Kanyadi over fan wedding. Because Sabran over the speed in the other day, and we both are Mukoye. But we check the circumstances, date, or Nipa, maybe a woman, time, no. I mean, almost fun easy, but I think that this time, will be opportunity with any institution document and I say anything, I concern public concern, and see a journalist. We need to find more now we can do critical analysis about it, and then we fight and make sure that because the more we are saving the system. Says, or maybe I change the
yeah, but my side now, what can I do? Say, we better push it with the right way, which is the law. So, I create the debate, and I make you. Obi di akra kwa Germany and ya hwehwe mu a enka and the credit aba say when from the
sabato fa ne kwai
advocacy is
important. Up push it to the court. Am ya hwehwe mu a e bia nke don no credit.
So all those things say under the kete
yes, the important thing is the advocacy to get the masses to follow you.
I want to Matthias here.
And then another thing, hospital now, you can't see that number who MRI. No, we need to take them on and ask them questions.
And I'm more do
anytime Bianco forward the idea be babble and say you fake be on my dear almost strategy say or the baby be shim na ya juna alcohol.
Yeah.
Now when you're quiet. Well, my dear, what I say, what's the deal when they say, only be bar? And me and follow Sadi any baby. My stadium will say anytime, Biano. Really buy, you know. Not legal wife, baby. Oh, no, bit anyway, be biaba. We crash us or prega class say. Say na aquano or one more side. Say, the DTN.
And I cano. So our focus is not going to be on them. Our focus is going to be on the institution that was loose enough for them to use them as a bait.
And you see, I may say, no, what did you do? You're very careful, say, I dear your mode bano, or would be beba. I saw my main shower or would to me quiet. Now, what the Yaniama were underground. They also, Bibi can crave your near the actually a point. This time around, no, any
yeah, we will just scrutinize them. And like I said, hospital, no, if we begin to push the hospital to bring us answers, we will get them. Yeah. Company, be a new one, the reputation is not important to them. If we are pushing the agenda that we need answers, they are not giving us answers, and they begin to lose clients, they'll come and issue a public statement that this is what happened at the hospital that day. And that is exactly the truth we will push them to bring out. What happened at the hospital that day? Why was there a coroner's like report? Why? What happened? Why are you silent? Why is the administrator? Because even Michael Jackson, brand Dr. Bray. So these are the questions and the things we need to push for people to, when we push them to the wall and they realize that our reputation is at stake, they'll speak up and tell us the truth. Not in a bad way. We are not insulting them. We are only telling them that we need the truth. And the truth must be done so justice must be served. And we can do that just by scrutinizing them from head to toe. And nobody wants their company to be at risk of collapsing. So once we do all those things, people begin to speak up. Lawyer Fati, number 2. Why are you contacting Akosa Sewe's daughter? That is what we call conflict of interest. That is, you don't contact the person until the case is out of court. Until we can equally push to the court and say that they have a word for it. BBBBB of the court, being in contention of the court also. So, Lawyer Fati, why are you contacting that child of your opponent? You shouldn't do that. So these are the things that we need to push for people to know that we actually know what we are doing. You know, we actually know what we're doing. Then that way people will begin to follow us and not tag us as just noise makers or people who just come, rant and leave. You know, we have to leave a hallmark. We have to let people sit down and start questioning. They say in their life, hey, I'm sure a lot of people will go back and start looking at the documents. And also looking at, because we have what we call attention to details. It's very important. BBC, attention to details. The little things that people don't see. It is what you have to look out for. So that is what we have to start doing. And we look out for these petty things and and once we find these things, we bring it on life, we show it to the whole world to know that this is what they are doing, and then we are not seeing it. And then the days that we want to come and bring out our emotions, we do it. Nobody can hold us, you know. Until me kakra me so me de baba and master work on Facebook or in your Facebook, it is a scam. Into that person about me dear man, and I'm basing my life. No my better comments, no our family, and I really appreciate you. You see, they're not the way forward. Before I start to bring me here today. Before I start what's the way forward? Because Minyanti said this is not the first life all cancer same way. Yeah, so what's the way forward? They say no. I also
yes, Quincy, and Sally, I program. More church, said no church, more has say no.
Are you number?
Sally number, no him away.
I friend,
Queens do here. Now, no more.
See, I don't mean to baby or I say.
Don't mean Cassan or no more Cassan, boom.
I carry you.
And I do yes to ban so yes to ban so yeah, dear pa, yes to ban.
Yeah. Yes, you know, these are the things that we should do. Into the
a book of a friend, and they are to someone explaining a onion number. And I
will please to say, bet me, I'm a yes to ban so yeah.
And I said, me drop in. Me drop in.
I think legal wives.
And the reason shows to me church and say, the reason.
Biscout and so. Biscout and so you're very good.
Gabio, yeah, can I say no be obey you, but for now, no. Dear, more propaganda, you're more come, dear, we go no. The way forward, we say, yeah, far a beer, will be to say, they say, no, the reason show. I bet you in Semo or near your brother, nay, a principal. I judge in Semo. Ye will be out. Well, what FM station or way forward our Ghana. Oh, yeah, bet media call Ghana and why no. One more I from myself.
The patch of my main way
media, traditional media.
It's one lady, Contenchi, or ya, dear papa, or Cassaye.
Contenchi, they said, be your bar, one day, see a honey, but yes,
We need to be a Facebook and a blogger and as say. Send them the reason cry out. There was standing
I do wouldn't say summer year thing. A day work. I was say a boss.
It's why I'm about you hear a bit to say. Councillor Luchot can also know Ghana. The reason say we need Ghana, but will be a war Ghana will bet me a call or more a traditional one or no. No, they are quite almost they should explain, sir. I dear we are or pregnant for with the other two. And now I say, Obi Casa 24, Gospel 24, also Momo Ghana and Tomope. Tinisani Pebise no. Scientific be as one of the call Mancasa or no Marco Church and no more by way forward that the Amaya say, the Senate here, say a better name maybe I say, into no, the way forward, they don't know. Young who near me and so. You're the back office, you're the back up, but be or say it could be a normal church in San Eveno. What am I saying?
Yeah, a good idea. A good idea, Pa.
Number. Oh, now I'm a back door.
Okay.
I advise I get married. The bad thing.
Brothers about your dada. Lady by 4 prayer or the number.
There are 2 pages.
Okay.
Simple.
Crazy farmer scientifically why?
You don't my editing. Now that you
yes, I difficult.
No,
the amount
I added to a training video. The reason of Benyatam.
The reason Benyatam,
and you may have a bedroom. I never know.
Okay.
Queen Ashante, Mr. Suggestion, they say, I don't know money in interviews. Big platforms.
Interview and no more, sir. I know the I was about to make reading.
Then I said, yes, I didn't know better. Churches, I said, your money speaks.
Queen, it could be telephone conversation when you and I make us it could be telephone conversation when you move. Then you know better.
Said you know, Jnasuya.
What to be for any move, Sabato? The person where you
voice, then you're the thing.
Telephone conversation. Now, when you interview, people send a question and where you are no come. Or the audio, baby, and no question. Do you want
to I said, what do you make a piano?
Now the answer
so somebody be bad thing. Yet to me, you're too. Well, now I'm feeling a church of you. What can I say?
Yeah. Get me a Sabato, so when your voice recording. Not a winner in film, son, or no person, not teaching voice recording, uncle, dear boom. I just say, sorry.
Nenka we set me pacho GRF for no say be a can news nanka ya fretty radio stations be not on my interview or more about the your friend say paper no a document no the back to hono na said na brand see can say reason see can say adia no no kra na say enya no kra nti o verify or ma which is GRF for no verify or with TV news and news I can radio station will have say and no magana for it
more Sarah Maker.
Netie. Ethiopia.
The woman tobacco so send that channel. Oh, my friend, they come us. Oh, our casa. Who got just casa or total? No, because casa. But I will meet you also more time. I'm young one analysis.
I spend in a macano, and they say, Bibi say near sister, not church him. You want so much there's something wrong with Omonia man on the about. I was saying near 2-1 and more second salute. What the aquaji
and some media for a matter to make our fast and no can. I also
make us a year the Bema. Yeah, the Bema or Marco Chitty, what say, say, radio near top time. Your top time.
I do. Baby, so I do. My family suggestion. You bet me out to a more WhatsApp. So the audio in the bar. You bet me out to a more WhatsApp. There's about to so can make me say you're right. The audio in the bar, you bet me out to the Amayan call for. Na ya tu gum wo friend say WhatsApp. Ni pe be esa beka. So what ya?
Ma men ka asem nchi.
News for no crowd peke.
Adewa.
Kano.
O platform way, any team other team legal wise platform. You so big say what yes so be di mechinya we ye what say wo ye ma welcome when you pay to me budi chu kra ma ho o platform you big you don't need those things you bet me you
sometimes
my life baby ne bu ani 60k 100k and a behwe ye no e bi omo FYP ne ho ahwan no nka ho no I think say social media no wide that will be a tie as so said the hono no ye betimi aye ne sese abeka ye nyina beje agum ye pay interview ani ya request say ni passments wo beba me interview ni nyina beko ye to agum ba bia social media is social media so radio so and on be fa discuss ya on be fa discuss because legal wife yet ya say ni akasa ma radio for YouTube for ekofa edit national. No, baby, I was a cobiano. It me ye can salute to the beauty radio so we bet me have the comma womo, no more for one for no, or more or more panel for no more so no more day. I discuss about it. There was cancel to all. There was Sally. There was sister, yeah, I draw Rasta, yeah, or no so. There was love to legal wife. Ain't no Miss Ramon. Baby, I bet you go. Why?
I don't go to 24 club.
Program. I was flying. To me the video call. I
screen record this crap.
Yes. I see one thing about screen recording is say me a screen recorder. So obi ko hunu no chie si kama say won video film obey Obey free. What I say screen recording what TikTok what say. No plan America no. Screen recording for you omo da bia. No a year film sabato de no can I right. Yet say audio yes nema WhatsApp obi abe de beje bi. The screen recording na aka no ko tua 10 million.
Obey yes na WhatsApp. Oh, yeah, it's a video.
And two women so she may be for. You be in because it's too much. I said, I say, do one man was so. Queen, I mean, I
don't know what I say. Try at them, my boy, I'm now.
I mean, I was in a main from Siana, the Amuke, and you may be high and back doors. Now, Miss Ometra say. Your verification for your receive your iris for or tax for Nama. You never wear your bed back door, your information accurate, your bell link come up. Why? Your base, your platform, yes, you're debating the advance, and your money go high, yes, in the back door. Why? Especially the authenticity of the document, you know, Miss Mafaswa. The tracking.
The lady not to so now.
That's right. The question being, I mean, I'm once now. There is
a busa question. Busa question, Sana Wako. The Pacroya or dear de Babon saying, I was so a lawyer, one less you really mean for a lawyer. Me patch me some who say, a dear soon so as soon as any parry will bet me.
Okay, first of all, so a lawyer and power Ghana Legal Council, and I said the bench, you know, you be say we're part of a Ghana Bar Association. Say I'm part of a lawyer at Ghana. You bet me I Ghana Bar Association. And watching us after so 45 document, a public document, you know, and also a crime. And the other so just a tracking alcohol. Say the maker said, "We're very back door."
What's a lawyer will you unless you?
So we're lawyer UK. We're lawyer UK. And Nina, you see, you general rule we are see in your global village in the world. You go call him now. Yes, I'm sitting maybe say in the back door. So you call him now at the end of the bar and you know cry. Now we also can take him home. Baby will be at the farm. Cause what you're Ghanaian, was still baby will be what you're Ghanaian. Tiano so, and now it's ya on one cassa sombrad. Ethics of being a lawyer, and so it's say you can't push a false news. Handy. Madam was Sabato,
the reason. As some Mebusan say, Sir, Yamame Elkoya appeal, neither so in process, no. Maybe so appeal El Koswa, obit me ko change a padema ye.
Okay, so see, you still persecution because of say letter of administration, no, enya mayana obiabe wuramu obiant me charge apade bia see I
and now opregan crofon say japade wo ma chewi.
I mean I you see they test the market and every for to see the public outcry. So they want to test the system. Auntie, what dear? And now I'm
stop. I just had your money chair.
Propaganda no more yen for people to understand. Say, "Omu chantro." Tino no be cheche machi obia clear. Why, Mr. Mo?
Right. So first of all, question I'll be saying, because of the contention that I work course the CIA will be the surviving widow letter of administration what Jeffrey Court obedient being chelu by estate no one have the that rights obey temper lumber estate no be no also right no obi me no kasa obi anyhow so with my obey lumber estate one PPR without the consent of interested party which is the surviving widows.
Reason me person busuas say mami onu a sebi ode na ade obakro wonya ba binti ade ne ebetima ya ye betu san crofo no afiri efie ho apart from Oprega me time kra say they still living in that houses
what mami na kuyani na kosia the entire say one say in the beginning the approach and then say mami akosia say one in the bush for the omu too adamant omu slow and na akoya say what na say man kasa nyini be wo wonti afa na wo betwitwa kasa no by in the beginning no and na nke ye dia mamre na ye kasa be ma wu aye mu obi oba bi antra ne fie ho ye to ne fie but ankosi ba ankoba no sa say be bia lady no wo sisi ya no there's no way say Mammy Akosia, what the Mra Kutuna Nasa, what the Ahmodenko. I mean, say, area Bianca, you can use, physical force to move out.
About where that lady is living, where the brother, the mother, and other houses in the family in Timono. They are not entitled to live there. That's what I'm asking you for.
Okay. So, based on evidence, maybe so what's evidence now? We can take it to my also. But because it's a my situation is here, why system now taking over. What say the Nisa energy no. Se bisu anka ne family eta ne chana se wono so build this certain court to be say we are going there to move those people by force so that the mra will come in. So because se obi ti wada pade mu na wo kotu no you bet me akotu police form and say obi occupy the property me kotu no. That person it becomes a banker na ya ready obi defeat obey at the end of the day.
Now, I bet to say yes. I want
the reason. The woman at the same court now so don't not the same court as Mammy Yagan. Obi Timka just a meaning of a bina. Na Odobruni na occupy. It doesn't make sense. And I'm in a pet and a call. Montiel cray. Yasami, Yawali Michao. Many be man bobra. Now all your catwa be never beata. And you near any beata. Now me back and I'm simple beata. Lawyer Ben or ya boise or tawachi, meaning a babina. So the my minute choice and my minimum per se, or the pushing to million social media not every time. And I can't send me as an answer as I go for me as I say, the no may be Madame Roma, meaning to work as a young mammy, a man can ye. So sometimes, baby, one must say the race can. My no right and obey to my year. You and I cannot do it. Because you and I cannot do it. So because a bad Daniel to Nako to the reason any to me. Because what was your for?
A question I will be say. Is there any right?
Right,
no, me tell you who say. And maybe why you and I cannot talk on social media. My men, the power. As a son of you. Send the power near Juma. There's nothing we can do. It's my men who crack can be a man Casey, I Cassia, or be to us or come like a canquassim. So mammy, you walk on your semi empty. Mammy, buy a mimi sabata. The nonsense that happened can
copy your home.
Okay.
Send mammy in the
You copy your police station.
now one with a papa children. About 20. I mean, you.
I mean, chill.
Mamma, about your oh, me, one of me, mammy, the crab at Chimpa. Never mind, no Wally Jow. No court to see nay. Never mind, me papa and a bread bobra. Never mind, never been there. Me a bakura mention. But I am a man in the bush running a man. They allow those things to happen. So no matter why, we are just here to support the women.
Sabato, I am Mamma Musanan coming from Muslim to us now. What's the coming being crana?
Because Mammy want to hatch it. And you may be a Cosubiano. I'm so persuaded to was in a court to deal with that.
So the woman is going with the justice. Let the justice work. You ain't to be married. Said the other way.
The question in
That one question I said, Miniam, so some just question who are able to send that.
About take it easy, man. Take it easy, man.
And you must send the question there.
Say, Queen, the American say, Sabi Mona Mutini Yama, Meneno, Ekasa. Near maybe one ma, say, or call a year, one more rent control for now. Ubeti me, I did Hunduma. Intino, I was so afraid no Diunduma, now a woman Tetia Danu, because court to cry, I was support by now in court today, and the Akobo or Honum. Actually, say, Ubia or Timono, because
yes, I didn't is under process. It's under process on Timinye, me pato. Mummy and other steps. Nina or my
okay, all right, yes. Find out that.
Okay, tell you, Mammy, no, say, Ashante, another question you want to come in.
What to me see from? Because one woman, the reason I can ask my view.
I said, so you have
Nim Tensing.
Then name the other
Nim Tensing, I say.
Yeah, you know. I'm about to, I'll be able to question me for being almost the reason. Pokia, that was so we may see more back on nothing with the fan.
The last question, I mean, Mr. Question.
Right.
The last question, I mean, Mr. Question, be able to read.
Pacho caveat here, me pacho caveat yes, almost caveat.
Yeah, it's another process of challenging court proceedings. You answer application or court caveat a legal term. I say. Obia there are some now also what for simple term also call for counter application. Nti say lawyer could see a file letter of application to be so the caveat about say me interested party abem and I'm used to start term the man.
Okay. My last question may be so. They say now
I mean you and I don't know here dear documents now they counter the other you know.
Good question. So, based on the matter and contention in our court, there are 17 in the parliament. For example, if it is use the letter of administration lawyer concerning a client in a high court or one. So, also other side, Nikki Viatine now they are coming in to prove court in the court. They say, or court is means we are interested to become a client, honestly, a surviving wife. So they are going there to prove why they must be part of the letter of administration. So overcall with marriage certificate, so what money, but now the court record requirement and they say as a woman more than 18 years. Indeed, or something in our court very requesting in our home. Indeed, what unqualified, never be 18 years, never be 18 years.
I don't know what to go. Yes, I don't know, man. I say this, one fact. I won't reply.
That's right. And see, I mean,
we start the question. Last question.
What's in your by churches or casting Mr. William Madame? And yes, some none said about social media. Madame. Said the
the social media that's about to. The reason my people say our last question. Say na a friend is a say Presley ni nuanom te efie ba akumi na the bush ya 40 fie ba akumi see, I am fan say court asem na wokan any de ye adwuma. Example, because court to say ono so yem pena ware. Na say ma me na busuani bia ni wa say afie ba ko no watim. Me be say me busa question say na ye ma me ne ka say bia ne ya se ne na amanfo ka say ko betimi akotu omo ne ade. O prega nua na otim sesia. Question na me buso go ye nkofo. Oh, you're right to say one and the market and if you back, come out if you're in your idea. All in the name of sending you about the number. The patch only right. Now, what's the main case? What they are? Mammy was something, but I didn't know say this.
Oh boy, the number
question say as they say now, even FM station one mukrano. Ni akwa say I say omu praise one side. That's on no kwana ye wa yele ni sa ne manema no moye no. Enne ma me ne ka say me so me ye wa yele. Enti mu amoye adwuma wo nyina mu free one no ma me pa so ma ye ma me wo right sir.
See ya ubisa kwesi anya kwesi so ya.
Master si from kwana ko ade na ha adwen sir. Also ko ba ba ko ne koda.
Well, again, for me, many dance here, say, I mean, testify, say, although Brunia for occupy, surviving widow and the property. Based on your week, me now, the work and so say, one hour dance, you say, in your be or was yes, still, it's well, still in the hands of the wife, the surviving wives, and say, once called to a class where you know, obedient or no obedient me, what obedient to be issued directive without any consent. Still, Nina said that's what I am. I mean, also, and I know see another situation because of say how a situation require, you know. I say, when you want any grants for country, apart from say what obey court to Marano, so but whether court or no court or still, as a the property began was around about with me anywhere, where you make the way the Mikun the Jamikun the Jay, what was our right as a way, but. So, and so you know, mamma,
me what question? Me question is say, yeah, mamma, buy no. Woko na saasi bia na ewo Prempeh College achiho. Lawyer Fati one Roman father. Etimi enya.
Atamame.
Kachire ni say. Omo mane nkon kohwe oni right say wo so okọ honom e mo pam ma me ni free honom ne right ben na Roman father wo e wo dad lumba na japade so en na se lawyer Fati wo tumi se wo timi pam ya ma me free sa asase ne so a me pam chowo lawyer kusi wono so wo tumi se wo timi pam oprega free
Prempeh College sokobai
ono so all right so ono so timi pam odobroni free na yi so ana lumba ejapade so ana ni nua no mukra o majapade so.
First of all, as no can say see ya e ma me na ma kwan lawyer be any right say o timi pam will be free be ejapade. Secondly, friend Adam for relative will be any betimi pam lumba yere e free the property be unless o could depend to a court of competent jurisdiction with a warrant. Indeed, Sani Panama can swear, I mean, where lawyers or whatever the person is, will this any right? And it might be said, I'm not taking the panel for granted, say any weakness, and I'm only taking it for granted. But, me say, many of you say, wow, who could be reduced or clubs, and Mameno, me name said, you won't catch me see pass, say, a lawyer.
Oh, what you crack are you?
I mean, and which right and which law? And my lawyer, quite well, nothing go will be. I mean,
the reason me I won't catch let's say mammy I was so kind of
and that's it.
Thank you.
Freedom is not free until you fight for freedom. Just
because I said slow near too much kind of home.
And the Obia grand I say you can one when I seen to your one. Yet the previous me the Yosana Ghana. And the who can say, see, dear media, I can testify, but the who can say a lawyer can order or be a surviving wife say, you can't go here. Never. It will never happen in any jurisdiction. Until say, lawyer chrono, while court say, one no, to me, chanty, court to ban a man, sir, warrant to say, one no, from a pound. No. You rather no come chase them away. Say, you don't need them here because it belongs to you. You know, bet my chase them out. because they are not working for you. They are not working for you. Inti ni na beti mesia still any panel interested party na money next.
And me tie dia wo kan ya. Me tie dia wo kan ya. And ma kra authority said Roman father wo ba na da pade ho a wotimi pam no because as I
why wine? So when you be who is Roman father and why wine?
My main cousin mean fanchemo. I say we nan can run and come per se. Me de betuja, but said the Messia ye dear, my main for Monday. I was your for. Could you believe, sir, and ne? Monka said, yes. And not just yo, yes. As something Nana said, Ebenezer, didn't when your interest. Our mammy could share one more pregasma with dear chill Cobaina. For information, if you want one Casamuto Trumucho, or one Diana, if you want, Sissy Camadaw, Abetia and Aso. Ayenra, Roma, Ebenezer, Emra, and a free a bear you queen, ye don't be ye now, Coprum said, Enraya. Could you believe, sir, Papa? That lumber casa, one casa a car, while toy or more a dear Papu baby you. And no Ebenezer you so. Yes, if I can be, said Pablo, said your friend, say, Pablo. Prado. But I yentro. Ni problem when this or mobile park with dinner to ma. One casa, that lumber, ne dino. In if the cast no, I don't know so more you soon, including a bush opinion. Ya, and no Ebenezer, a driver. And no Ebenezer, also is very true. Me jantro, me money for clothing. Well, no name Ebenezer, you so. One more form near ma, and some of my milkushas a one ramo. Nanity, I am a because so woman interest need woman be your one, come on, tiada. And considering come on, Jim. But no confuse the obedienti, and no more baba when it is.
Oh, I don't see your bone. And can they say,
Tell them more canon. That one not be bow, make case yourself. What we call you crew, assassin, one in yato, El Codrasso, and a quanquo you, or quite a next word for Coressa assassinate that one. Quest wolf no Codrasso, my pa, for Codrasso, near Pamo, near Pafuni, nephew. Now Ebenezer, ready. That lumber car. Who does that? Mammy, I could just what about Ghana. And yet, I can't on current. And you can't put another than them. Cow, I wouldn't do Papa. If you are both for Bunoma. Hey, and yes, someone ever yes, oh, my mina, not Siama for four than an away. A doom lay beer and you do away yet. Cassans, because I didn't have personal air time. A doom lay me too, no, other than me too, a chatter. No one too, no. A doom lay beer was set my Obieka, so I don't go Cassa number me too. A doom lay beer was set my pussy the Wokakla because it's too much. Never a personal air time. Because I may try me to way. Now me be kunabo blah. Now who ba me how dare you, Ebenezer? It's your mammy and so I draw young candle crunch your mammy. A doom was your mammy.
Madam, my mammy uncle say also on the extended family or a team edinety today. Obet me as a son in Yemen, Yakogu, and there be or pay up as upon will be out of you today, ye ne. Only probably over coffee, on your lumba, on you and your lumba, pa, and your lumba, busiani, and yet on you, baby, obet me on the 12 feel and ne without any law. Did you
not be saying, Papa? I don't know.
Dear Beman, say, dear Beman, say, today, High Court of Crossing my many a day, or yes, sir. High Court of Crown, so some many another year. Another year, enjoy lumber property. Dear, Mammy also can enjoy lumber properties.
It's too much.
The air can say, if you anybody for them, if you be any was a member, wait me in some way. I found with the Mammy, one way in our panel on you will be our Ghana. because we are here say I drop by your name ma akoso mo ne man kasamri ya program ya mamune matwom afo no na movie I mean simple is how you tena ho ahenti ya maame no na wono no bi ni don say ba bia wote ne de won chedante Ghana for asentina we sinti so was what can court no what appeal anyway because I got Ghana to go now one thing and ya appeal na never so what Ghana to go on for trotro emra ni kunu opeso never. But it only happens because the grounds, the stance is too slow in the country. I think say
no, biggest catcher and say, William Papa, almost a catcher and says, or your bar.
Yeah. Now we say, Oba wouldn't be Bema and your bonnet, your booty yachina. And it's a problem.
The reason, wouldn't you say, I say, Yamma, my kumani, bere.
I think some media, yeah, commentators, but the young year come on.
Sometimes I do comments, yes,
yeah, and that's what means of yes, young fans upon crying if you're not savvy. Abuan on Huntakra and a man will. Abu be on Huntakra no
behind it. Big and second say behind it. Me could have another yes, as I am Munya could you say me catch him as I catch him with you, Ebenezer, that lumber car, and that was Enra. I don't know you.
Ashante say no to that
Mama make us I am mistake. Yeah, on your miss of what you want to hold. I am mistake and a member. Now, small maker. When you go for Hatta Swinima dance, they say me transfer when you go for Cremusame. Say me transfer. Nippon na mean to me money dinner. And when you crampona, so what's now? So say your mammy a quenya, that's a member bought a whole recording.
Mammy kind. Ghana, Branwa, estate once on in Germany, and read power to me today, young kind. Or say another administrative estate act, 1961 Act 63, and the court practice the following people may apply in order of priority. Tier high 1, any power the kind of surviving spouse. When we want to mean, Munti or more was that to be or be a wound and the chi. Husband or wife of the deceased has the first right to apply. 2, children of the deceased, biological or legally adopted children. And then number 3, parents of the deceased. If so, there's no spouse or children. Enti lumbenia, ni wofa, ni bibia, they have no authority unless say onima, oni legal adopted children. And sana yaba lumba busunya forso. Into 4, siblings and brothers. Again, if said there's no spouse, there's no children, there's no adopted children. Other close family members. Into this one. Now, but important court rules. More than administrative usually requires commonly 2 to 4 persons. Applicants must be at least 18 years of age, of sound mind. The court requires sureties, guarantors, and consent of the beneficiaries. Enti, the first point of contact, ewaha, selumba wahira. Obiye no bet mi aka kire say, mimi ye lumba wofa, mi ye ni nua, na mo mimi beji lumba ejopade atena so. Ba wo odie unia no, enye no kreda, eyesisie. Maame ne ma ebetimi amuvu akolumba properties no omutim. Until say, ebusuafo ne yakokota akowele yakobie so. Ye mi ewo so a obi ntimi enjoy and obi ntimi ntranche de wo say no kra no country ni ntie.
What unlock no nya ho. What them no. Unlock the keke no nya ho.
Nina come back to Mama no energy.
As same way there be anti na edibi. Anti na Twitter na FM station. No aka Bushapeni say, Bushapeni me ma 24 hours. What you say? Who me ma no omudi bibia to one. I didn't hear kwantokwa there, but I was a dream that was say mama so will take it by force. Because they are down here and
my minister sabi my memory. Oma who say ya de sika bia nanka. And I make us say akoso money akuyaba koma manoa. Now what now say who hu na no. Now what the makoni defend for them.
Ghana ayadana and president there conquer our years.
Mimi ye look
25.
na obi atretin me say me ko
last
question. Miss our last question. The question is say ya nhwe ya enu se ma me bra Ghana. Be na de pade no na wo mu do mo sa abom nyina sa
e be so ya me say asema me kai wi am afre wa contract ko kan
me last question is say on said ni tribute no lady ni change ni din kwaye no Mrs. Fosu Priscilla Fosu eno mo ye maami akosua din madam akosua Fosu akosua sewa me pa chowo after ma na no court ya obewe ni owe ni wi a wo ho kwan se wo si wabusua pani ni lady no mo change ni din Fosu ni free so na
yes again family brochures and as a funeral brochures any legal binding obi betima tra be atwa pe bia but say yeba wade enu mu asem a ye nu paper na de enya wade obi betima kotra de pe bia but
me ya pa
again ma me no e betima keep sa evidence no na after we na yes I mean command ka ye security nkomo ho na what take you on say ada no say ni kunu ni na okofre okwa abonte ko bo no mu da wu say
secondary matter ko e
na ya security nkomo a e babo o man panani na ho nti
ma akosua mesira wo ba o makoma ye me ya nam de da me ba cho ye nkasa biti ye me ya ma akosua mesira wo ene ne chine ya ma bo ni nya de Ghana for penny e den ma mesira wat makoma oba mintimi akwasia sempe na ata fia bna wo mo blada otu ofa ne sanya adwuma da bro tire bla ye bla wa ene awo ene me se me po adwuma me ba me wuhwe me drive nya me ko a esum abo 5 o'clock enso na esum aduru me etige we betena Ghana na adwuma onya adwuma da na because of ma kasa anu kwa anu atumuti na gere ba enjoy and mind you the reason Ghana mlao I say no I be say no one shey on be chie scan 3 years 4 years kana some here kind na o mu
enjoy no
mu enjoy possible so ni na I mean legal process possible
the reason me ni obi akase ba kwa panyi bi o adamu ko e kono o mu de say girl ni case Bamba ya masam na kwa bia 3 years 4 years 5 years ni en ka asam no
na say e bia 20 years en kan ye
ma
20 years pa en kan
ajumla wo say obo ni ye den
ze ma onye den
pusu ho ye so pusu nunuma na wo te ne kan
onye den
sometimes silence is gold but enye golden me many e den me pe many e den sa o pe di matem because me ma wo sa trans no ma esra ajumla wo say o kenya ho ajumla wo say o pusu ho
o kenya ne ho e say won koku ana won koye den
na ta abna no nya adwuma da no ni nua no mo enjoy one she be dey so be dey efie na dada
what say mo mo enjoy sa na afi na o mekasa
say we ya o mo ko ya period na ni tira da be no be ya period nto na adwem no enjoying the fame and then the man ti me say ayi Ebenezer wo mo asase enjoy ma me ne car and na Ebenezer na te da lumba car mu e use ni car e ride ni car
akoma tia chemistry
o ma men ka sam kakra bi ntra mo hwe
say kura wo say amango
similar case yeah me my bro san bi kunu ko fa ampena on ne wo ba ko hwe dan ho on ne wo ye ma ko court for
me adwa me pe bi kura dampo adai
but men kra mo nanka men ko madam say casus na sa why na ye be sa ba
yo wabre
madam nyina mo say mo ye is part of democratic systems and until to be am mo ye ntia mra bi anti mo nyere mo na mo anyway the secret no my secret the public no my public why
no the reason bibia ni e be bodo mo why
did I say
that's papa thank you
Ashante anyama ni do on my de na you
oprega me ba betamto oprega ka de me betamto
aha
ya ma me na japade ma no oprega je aduani ade baba wa na ye no we hia chante we hia se chante ma me keja gum ni enko aye na wie
Ashante
kasa
me can say was right ni ye fa na ne din ma kwasha wa ye mre too much me was similar case and then me na ma fa ma ade no we ye me bu aso mu afo achi
nje se onko bobi asuna no sunye di no yale onko bobi asuna no sunye di case fufula
me na na no mo ko yo and then my
Una o ahode. Ma me no be age ya wadu no won komo obi asumana.
And to the person can say, I said, it's about time. Yeah, mamma, ever been in your heading. No one's well, what was she? Our mind animal. One quite pamu warm for mental home.
And I do am
Now I get our chain papa.
Uncle Pamu or cause a see an basa. Now be who says here and also your problem. Well, I'm with your man, and I'm more casaka.
And you may be a home, quarter, a better 10 years. Near kind. Remember, quarter 5 years in the year. I should be laid beside the says, Hannah, what I hand. Miss me, I was a command to me. 5 years in the year, who court. Look, court 2021. Say, Yaman, I'm hand in a cabbage jam, who am a friend, a dear for ma. Ubu, Nemabu, Ubu, Nemabu. Nina, yet, no coffee. It is 1 minute near Gadia. Girl, no one who is about men to go or marry. Mamma, no one, Yanum. Ne man, ya war my boat, your mom for home. Maybe my catch them one day. It's nothing to do with them. It's enemy me could not something or they have nothing to do with it. It's the catch mark what you say. Or where was she? Or you are best in man. So they was here Bob Brown, woman and in your gym will be made in a breast one year. They may pass a mechanism. Then suddenly you want swag. Mom, I'm a new one, Jenny. And then I'm about to person. What some coming in our house. And said, boy, yeah, coming in almost so far, Jenny. It's a woman cannon, back door. Why? Madam, I see.
See, and card him too. Just remember, Casanwate. My bro. I wish I for.
Was it if she is old? That means that
Ghana for
she has to stay back. But of all patches,
Ebia connection be anka or Timamufu, make a Timamufu, a yen in a tiasia. Timamufu non kaya, edidia cacrano. More than a more pregasso, amanina, ababe guabontin. Ma ventura mo tim legal wife for no omunye nkurasefo omunye miye omuni munyansa omako school a lawyers wom a judges wom bibia bi bia ade befa bia bi wom edi se mu jimi atena ho amatemamufo no a mote ho no mo be ma connections na ka ye ntemamfo ye no a ye de fefa ye how far no mo betena ho na wa wo ti register general wo betena ho be jimi amo pregnancy sabio ye ba be yuto ama se wadwuma nka wo ya wudididie no tuo ba betwa wa nka obi de connection be bra tuo ba betwa wa nka obi be boa ama bia bibia ba be tie no pregnancy no ni na tu betwa se
and penifo assess again at you no more
afia tabna odipa ba ko a ni din ye ba mi ensa odi afia saade abna ya wo no fia da sa be wo no ebna da ni nyina ye nipa ba ko na motena ho ema connections a sebio timamufo ye edi tu kwan timamufo ye edi clear wo mo niema timamufo ye edi yo mo connection se mu jimi abetena ho ama gay we nti no timliga wife mo betwe mo nso na fa mo turum abayiri ni nyina abegu abonte ye mo amasemo because the akoso ne de gay church tin number ne nasefo eye connection mo amunim se mo ye dididie mo jimi sa connection na mo ye didie no o pregnancy die sika nko an ye de be ma wo ye se didi da na enye didi preko adan na mo jimi se ye nyina ya dwuman adan na mo didie na mo se wo baba ko se 100 million se 20 million be odan e die na be ye wo se nka wo be kwakọ edit computer ehuniema company huniema edit bi obi dia be shemu abra wonim se team legal wife for no they are not here to play security for wom lawyers for wom judges wom someone dwen mo se omo ye dam to somo a omo ye dam enti dia mo be ye bia no fish out ehu mo niema mo ye nyina enti niema na mo boa Ghana obi tumi wale ewo Ghana ezo ba abrochira no oba wale be ama foforo se mo ya me ya twini nyina ba begu abonten omo nso se ma me na nya justice sa ne ma we nyina ye be ansa na ma me be nya justice no na ya sei sa ne ma we nyina eji se nipa no se wa ngwale na wale pa wuntimi mmekrom ha se wo pe bibi na se wa nya ne pala wuntimi nye Enti mo tena wana mpanifo tena wa masane ma wanyina tim legal wife atwene nyina begu abonta mo ani so atem nwan ansa na wahu se mo jimi ansa na se bi o mahu se de mo ye no nyansa bia ni nipa baako mutumi na mo kye na se tim legal wife se bi o ye hu se mo otumi ya ti ase se na mpese mo kye se Ghana de edi sika any corruption any bribery wo sika na wo connection atimi ye bibia se tim legal wife ya ti ase mo fa ma me justice ma no na mo nya se sebio enkrofo a wo mo abobra o mo so sebio o manya ba bia hya o mo pese o mo didie no mo ya ma ni nyina ba be sei adan na mo ye sa Ghana fo mo nya de mo ye no na ma me no mutu mutane betene fo na just oprega ata abna se e fe na fia ata fia abna ata I Priscilla no se any mo pa mo fa ne mra medru ma me akosua se wa age because mutu mutane betene ye for ma me no no ntimi ma me di sister 2 years enti dia mo ye nyina no mo just mo ye kusi se menti ase ena sebio omo di gay yi omo chi omo timfo no em se dem omo nim nyansa ye fia so snega ne ye friends gay o yale yi
Don't mama thank you.
And omo mienu no omo kabo ma no omo de ma adwin di agro because menti ase gay city mi ka asem sebio wa nko school kwa ugina tim sa asem a free da ka nyanyansa asem nim eso mutimi jam say mommy wunim nyansa o mi say gay so omo jimi papa
Mommy ayira o mommy ayira o Ube mommy e ti mo fu gina o say mommy why do you let me say me kwa me be so be fe no mommy ana mo be say me bo abrewa mo be fe no mommy say di enti me de mo mommy na ye dai mo fe ma Ashante no age mate ana mo fe me say mo ba me because to na baby ye baby na be fe no mommy mo mommy ayira o
Ashante say boy me gina FYPM to me say I'm
mentie o madam ko ma ko tie no mo
ye nyansa wo mo ye mpanifo so
I'm for mutu ma fufu gina say be o my desperate to fi o mu nya ko tie nie na baby o ma dwum say mommy mommy wo de kwa he wa bodam
and they say o can say bi mo tie ni o si adai it is sabio nyansa na munni mu ana say any o trigger
don't ya ma for class mommy what tell me say mommy mama kiss no mama be down ho mommy kiss
the iron mo pa Ghana for any judges any lawyers mo pa o prega mo mani be 62 years
mo be say me nyine ntem na mo be fe mommy
mommy Ashante
abna na mo be fe mommy why na dem tie na na mpe ti me de why me de say me super o dem me ma dwem mu nyina me ti say mo 80 years wo be die bi
send you adwuma yo
abo this is a lady when you more make
and his royal adwuma ye and they say me sramo say Ghana judges any lawyers any mpanifo omo ho so omo peso omo chair say omo peso omo ji maame akosua say wo ajapade nyina de a ene me sra wo omo backdate or prega Priscilla efia tabna 1988 ye hia bi omo fa ne nko 1957 and I said 1959 ho baby na wo mra ma medi be 62 years and I said 61 years na wo ma chairman yakosua se wa eno de na wo ma agenda no mo set no omo ebetimi asosidi nti saade a omo twi omo mutane betene ye fom maame no baby omde beko bia eye so obvious and your prega say u date of birth no instead of 1988 no sim legal wife for ye be endorse na ma na ye de akose de be ya Ghana ayifo no so mutimi change bibia no de mesra mo wa wu change no change ko 1969 ehone sa no obe chairman yakosua se wa kakra nurse no an simple as mama why sister prega Priscilla fiabna na ye yasumunyo ye nti sa dia de mu be ye bia no maame no muntimi fena japade ani o muntimi fena japade ani na mu fena de ma no yasumunyo ye na munya de mu kire na dan ya men come ho a
e da se ma me ready so Josephine me ba jo obi me mo mama ade problem ai
Fabda de Lumbaka ekosi ho Enuntina.
I can't hear Beneza so for the count with you. Why?
Why
What I make a boy? What I say? What I make her?
Me ba cho me kasa na obi kasa
Now,
pa
my
obi
fear,
kasa
you
obi
make
anu
fear,
kasa.
my fear. My fear, blame.
Ebeneza. Entino why wild the sun ye bibi any anad ye si peg ye bibi just a wouldn't be a wee biada o peka o property. Ada jama wa mobra on. Mobra, a budget for what? Fakan goes a catcher. Fakan goes your Bama police at show. The chair that the lumba near me biada. What?
Now, what near you, dear, will be so on my day.
What near you be a movie? So no ninchi. Ate, o di otiman ye USC. O had you open Beneza. First you are why? First you na ye krono ade. O ma ba.
Yes, ma'am. Remember to Adepa Gasa Mammy. Adepa Gasa Mammy.
Yo Ashante. Me tia mo abusuafo. Ye da nyame ase obi odi ya bedui. Na nyame nhira mu nyina me de bia me ka so kodie. Mo akobi pa ye nyina yakobi ba mo de mo akokese. Nyame nhira mu nyina na hwehwe ya ka omo kasema enkoho no mo no. Wo se nani ya den. Ani de wo se ye den but maybe when is want me sorry putupu se okofie ho okoye say it should be legal. What you say?
No one be ko ho.
Say na make
no. Or taking steps. Akomremu.
Yes. Exactly my point.
One na ho cramp na say ko de wo ko we say on Adepa. Omo fon so mo de bibi beto.
Yeah.
Mama, one the mono kwa what unlock him. Exactly. Unlock
Exactly. But who said no mo ka say na mema ho na ayika. Yeah, guy your physicist here. I was a bibia and kakra because my minimum wa kakra be do sabre. And just on want me pursue you. Papa Nitias, Debbie, because so bored, my papa na ama 1 year sad. If you grow bored, the man, so try let her papa say me taking action, say this what I say. She's not that quiet, side, because so we bet me a woo as some then. I find it so. It's your could dear master one me a sure say or could be let him legal wives so you better in the chair step will be a bit take you you bedding it in a hair.
The dear was it was your next way.
Beneza, so would see me a womb. You so would see a pan because Moshe yan answer for your casa de biamu better than some bet see. Near oh yeno. Sheni Tell why you want money be. Oh, yes, any penny now would me kumbi, we Beneza, put me kum any penny now. We didn't need to sell, we didn't. I won't pay brebia, but you ma crown ye bidda, on Saguku. Lumba tells what me call fieda. Ebeneza Lumba tells what me call fieda for sin about we of Mount to alcohol no manna. Bidda me who ye, uncle, so you bussy, not in them Kumasi or no call to Uncle Honum. Uncle Hobby, some way bussy for.
Master Queen, Master
Ebeneza, dear oh ye nano. When he said where we are, would the bells away dear drew why you say, a day, maybe Pejan and Sabacono. A day, yammy, a bit Pejan and Sabacono. Unyaj four. Today, the one I know, Prega Bay for now. Moon Jimmy, na hair. Denise, I say, when me bows, say, a real, a idiot. Boko, they say, a ban woto. What Denise, I am in Pesse, Mekan was some, and I say, may be. But I say when I was here true and I was set up here, then better not alcohol and chin because oh Jimmy or nona or kahuna or influence ye no mono. The woman say ye no masam, yes, and can be bad in this your mammy, while my worry, oh mammy, or yam penna. Come on, mammy, so when you not all mammy can crunch away, ye catch or say, oh mammy, why yam penna, and on the papa never chimpna, and on in the wall. Now, Denise Master, why am protect Lumba legacy? Won't I bet you protect your papa legacy? So, Momo say, Master, one am put out to be fresh, shall now in the young mammy. A buffo. Now, Denise, who been there? Why you barry suck a coat to some mammy now? Why you barry suck a coat to some mammy now? Who saw the mammy let me from? Oh, mammy, or Bob Brat, my master, what's your brooch now? Or one man on the papa. Now, mammy, what's actually what I was to then or to the mammy, so that no master will to come to Kanda, but you look at the over, oh, mammy, to come. We have for papa Denise. Oh, fee, what's it? Stupid girl, so the mammy let me a phone. Now, what will good uncle and kitty be? Oh, what about Kitty be a who no mammy to me fresh, Charlotte, and I'm a person more say, more come as a one once and one. Now, men call I am in person, men bebre, especially Master woman. Because someone, if for you know, Master, one a moment who the elko so, any day, I'm upon papanas, and they feel so, you have a pie star. It's in a crank, you are mere extra so near protective papa legacy near the other, but they know their mom is right. It's Denise, ye, their way and ye. The cars anyone who and what my master one on your bush and who knew and was a mom. Don't call them and discuss their mom with them because nobody calls you to discuss your mom with you. Oh, my mean, who here will be oh, my mean, she's trying to belong by a shadow. Ye who know why a change in barrett is oh, my drama no de any lumber call we and oh, my crack and who no say lumber fee, oh, mammy, or can who no say master, what is a master, what the card that Denise. What is a master? Oh, Senya papa you your crumpa, you don't possess Denise upon your master, wa bampo. As you can get Japo, you know the baby, mammy. That shows how secret and how master was protective papa. And your papa you can use a diary, mean push a baby pa, a yellow baba, and your master one own. And your lumba who young, same way baby bab one singer. And can use a papa who different. And so I say me a buy any amount say, hey, where mammy, where that is a mammy or protective papa nature. Then I would Denise war among artists self as I would say, be protective papa legacy. Oh, papa no tears not to be protecting the legacy. And come back to the near me. So papa no percent the legacy no or protecting the pem sabria and come back to the near me. And can also giant master one not the dear man Kobe and go we can wear ma. And can also chop pregacy or prega opposition you can wear ma. And to papa ni mukwa when you protecting the legacy. I'm telling you. My kind of crunch ramo. Una who of foot of zone are protecting papa legacy. We are protecting our father's legacy. Oh, free papa legacy, and I'm wise no deny. Oh, yeah, and I'm wise no deny legacy. No, mum call I'm protecting papa legacy. Now, master one on what's now, papa is scandal. Mum not which I'm celebrities almost scandal near the demo my bathroom. Oh, my, you don't know plan for. Thomas Pate had any girlfriend, they know. Why I'm sure you come to me, sorry, Yan and Alsubium. And then we have a pay now, papa, you need press club, no, mamma, because there's some I don't think so. One Cassana who didn't sleep, so we influence in Colano, and we are protecting legacy. Build your own legacy and protect it. You can't protect your father's legacy. It's not papa, not building legacy. Now we need honorable. And now papa so protecting legacy and not be protecting idea. Oh, papa, no, it's protecting legacy. What's Yanu Jimmy, your coordinates, Meadow? Abua. What's one of Jimmy? I want to know my children.
Officer, no one's a chinchilla.
Yes, no one's a chinchilla who influencing Colana, who friend away, yes, and 100% I have. Who's your baby? 31 years. What are you can say or can change? Oh, mammy, what or what's a 50 or 16 or 4 times? What will be our woodiness? What will be our now? The way Bema be or Bema be or Beba or be do a Jawan and say, or be you soon. Because I bet money debate your way, bet send over Paddy and Master one, and you think the woman is evil. We are more drink master went to me protecting Lumba legacy. We are more. If it's a continue protecting legacy, and Kawan Yedi, no preganum, no master our right, they are supporting no master our right, so baby, but Yedi, and I would didn't say, oh, Frank Colana, or catch your mom is just your mom is only transfer. Oh, mammy, it's so original. Oh, mammy, so, oh, mammy, when it's in and permanent their house, some one show you when you're my phone. No mumba ever be yajimine will fear. No mumba be yajimine. I'm an official nigga was your penny win and 70 beaker. Eh? I say one upon an maker, but me con another baby one to my say, if you as nigga home. You all your bioni, my young can say if you as nigga bought them free that bought them to don't be a yen few, and not acquire your queen. Any formulas and can talk our formula and can call her and worry downward than come to me from us when you win from send to our formula. And can call on worrying wood and can send penny for your master, what it is for the coast on winning the cook boots for boots. And the church was nigger. Mumma found the back pen now to won't be a colonido innocent. And you say, son of master, why you innocent? Son of Charlie, you innocent. Mumma, if your church was nigger, the back pen none to was in the no yet Charlie said, the back pen none and a kuma ubuno. Nasa colonial discipline, if your church was nigger, Mumma report to them, Ministry of Gender and Children Protection wa Ghana say wa adopt akola or adopt akola no wa jakola na
na nti wo mu hu ye
and wa be America na akola no ye ni baby ote atwa na akola abrocha say so adopt obi a untimi nya ne mo bi nkotena baby meboa ye nyina ye ya we enti untimi adopt akola wa Ghana say no so ne nkrofo be ko ne boot for boot I was say ye so ye face afiashas nega jimi na wo jimi no wa jimi ache Where Jimmy not was na or report to Maysburn or be yet the man crofon. Or no see a bit no report to my Ministry for Children and Gender Protection because I call Dr. Colana to one on them. What to me, I have Colana for no come back to orphanage home now called General Bibba Correno. It's a crime. On to me, Yakola and got snap baby. Now on Yakola and Hong Kong, Miss Yakola, you knew you had not even got you, Vanna Fanny got house help was a house help and Shannon. What to me, Yakola? Our Ghana, but I want to mean Yakola, no one young home to quine. Now, you report to the America, I say, when we see me Christian, I made a sour way. You report to no eyes. So I adopt Yakola or Ghana and the word Johnny. Now, Uncle for you can't see a new bed delay. You bet know my deliberate boot for boot, but I say, you be cassa near Jenny, so see a action. Almost sorry or mass say, was so. Some person will bring in the dam or him or down, sorry, or him a look back was champagne and the woman says, see. Or no, if you as nigga free the free uncle for me and so way on my own margin said they will break myself what down. I was almost see a facey woman. It's a fish as nigga, me mini Ghana honum, but me find new ways to be that boy me and near report to no. Now you Ministry for Gender and
report to a
Children
fear Ghana and Cosiri. You can't call an eguano, come penny pam and abesses.
It's me qua me yanni pacone na but I call it shower Ghana honum. It was a Jenny fish as nigga and some. Akwala was say agin because
na ka so kwakasma ade on chere evidence
na ne ma no omani akwala ne tifie no omdo mo sa wo ne che wo say ye ka me take side upon myself because entokwa ni formula say no obu ne ma me fon no o person de ma say we ye fon en say ye wo say ma me say ye kwa ma na ye fa koma pa enko yen biri mo jane ni enko na san kwasa sem na ekoso wo Ghana ho no etu ontwa because we jimi ache ti penano a wa jin penana na nim tan say me true mo no penano na nim fi say fia shots ne Ghana na ase no e was see a report here fia ni say wa adopt akola and we ja akola na to Ghana e took time for almost 3 years. While adopt we ja akola to Ghana for almost 3 years na akola ni kwani house help and then the man mo 25 akola ni susa and akola ni omo nete na ye hwe de aban ne be Ghana aban so omo ntimi nya ho hwa ye be report na America
Adeba no so beba
and to call formula ka do mo de ma se wan ko mo fa anye no ma se wan so de ma no mo ye nkola and to kwani formula wo si ye ne side de bi o betwe fa ye so se ka ma se wa hu se do prega ene ye nkosa sem so ba 1 week no o betu ane ne manyi na afifie ho anka we nyina kema but o hu se o enye hwe nkola ni ti nkola nti na de abebedu sabre and na de abedu sabre sometimes I was say you forget to be na you take a decision and live with the consequences the baby you don't care about it. Because obi wa no ma o ma no one roper can I Japan ka say so obi bo so trouble ko bone ten because so uja next time obesan be bo next time obesan be bo but o bo ba ko na bo ni bia no hu say obetia face na okwa on ba biem nti o say ma say wan ye ma ye libri won ye be say kunya kasa say o say take action o mo mpese o mo bringing it down to the extent say o mo involving it o mpese o mo using it on and against her. How so with your friends Yara say, "Oh, funny mommy documents now. What do you want from us? Wa, do you know mojo mommy no? Our real ko yenti ana. Mommy wa nya papa ibone, or papa insem hu odi ye, e masem, or ko wo no ba no agye no, or ko wo no ba no agye no. Ni nyina ya ante da ko pem se papa yi weti. Dem biam na nka mommy no nye. Dem biam na nka mommy no onye so na Ghana for MCA ye bo akwasi ampani jimi fo say ya sapon ye sa gen don de bro be bread you know oye ni say joy daddy ni no ne wo ye ni bright fm fo ni no ne wo ye ntim aya ko si 2 bedroom kuko bu ama ni nti ye ni say we a on train no be hu and MCA ye bo ate ho no mo say ya sapon ye be gu ya sapon ani ma ase afi na say man say wan so amekasa no so be kasa ya nka wo be kede me say wi ase na me aban man say was me ya sapon ye ase mi ono be kasa ye still kwa papa na wu no ye say ye no be kasa ye eti say ni ya de ho beto say ni be kwa na be kum na wo be nya wasumdie kum na nya wasumdie na fasina say ebi say ni pa de wo take bullet for no ono na be kum o de wo take bullet amano no say de bi ni pa we dem protect ono na be kum tu hwe na say ni pa obi be hawa also hanansa na ono hawo Hano and some one to say if you as nigga free the free year no one more American yes ram mo ye
near report or feed us on the Nimako good gun or not benefit. Sunday many I come down because I some no moody no. Because when you get Yamoto, yet you get Yato, it's to me Yamuja, Modiana Mamma or no one benefit 80s, the Monka say, or the Chandela, what's your for? Person say when I'm going to eat the above. How can you make me yes, and let me go for it's a puna ya dear. Mama ya if you make me Ghana or me mind say me chest come ya be was here ya ba penano. Penano ya best I didn't quay penano medium to quite any formula money because me you'll be a send me what empathy when you but master was say me see me ya crana or yeah me ya cry inside it or prega me time. Me sister ba me and na make me mane no e do ka chem say mama your double no Christmas 1 pound kwa mama no share me that say me my fan World Cup and kasa because mama no wa bre me my fan World Cup
Adeba
it's mama yemwa no mo jimi no yan for mo to am rightful position obi ehun di e twa
bye bye. Maybe to be memo.
For
Joseph.
legal wife for the Yakuma hire you.
Enough from. You penny abri. Thank you.
Adepa, what can say you at it?
You need to remember time to so ni preguas no
I say I don't hear. Na in fact, and na me raho na his royal cast na me raho papa say, Mammy, you do it, she why a mom watch it. Me you as a boko no and you go dino. Sometimes no we din too much sometimes
okay.
You do a new form. Any party it's your when you nipa case we as a wosun faso. Papa she any kasa anko be boye. Almost mama on got nephew.
Papa she dear one of it.
Ye man crofo.
A court.
Enko just afwano. Because a prega send ya ordinary date ni na bra boy. E twa na ode beto table so ma ye wuwo mu ma.
Enko we me phone ebedum sisi enti no. Ebia ye be cut no na later ya back. Someone crofo yi ken. Maame no onye dey. Maame ne mfa nipa nkobu oprega na enfrifi ho anase dey. Maame ne na mra kwan so. Wani fa mra kwan so no onye na ade. Eno aye mo aye dindin. Ngeze nkwanya den go onzo life meku anase nkwanya mo dey. Ah? Mama maame na sumunyu no. Ana sumunyu no. Tama ni kunti asikwa wa din sa. Enye na ni kuna wunu obeye basa chinanko. Ghana fo abebo ni din. Pacho mummy and friends nyampa yebe senshi madam wasi. Se me ba mo be support. Why? Bye.